the fuck put these dice in this bag?
Oh, right.
You
I blame your
probably
brother.
Did.
I did, but at the same time, I'm mad at myself for doing it because
I'm
all the
mad at
bags were at the
myself.
bottom, so I had to pull the bags out. I turn on my camera anyway.
That's right.
Don't mind the messy room
They can't go.
or the blank fucking wall behind me.
Or the hat.
Or the hat, you're right.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're moving. When do you fully
Or you
move?
just don't fucking care, like me.
Say it again. Sorry, I was headset
When
was
do
on.
you fully move?
I am leaving next Thursday,
Ooh.
so a week and a day. And then they are coming to pick up all of our shit on the 12th. And then, yeah, fantastic. I'm not centered because my camera's having a hard. Oh, fucking time.
It's a little wonky.
Look at me.
Look at me when I look at you.
All right, are we streaming now, Josh?
Yeah, we've been streaming. Don't you worry now.
Fantastic.
The
I should
Kenku.
remember. Previously on Lost. No. Frigid 6.
Watching your series.
By orders of the Bright Queen, we were given orders to investigate local areas regarding outside of Rashona, cities such as Karis, Rothold, and Asarius. After completely saving and investigating Asarius, we decided to move on to the next closest city, of it being Karis, a great druid city within the great forest of the Lotus Garden Greenwood. Lotus Garden Greenwood. As we made our way into the city, we found out about this underlying virus disease, this green plague that has been going around, causing people to just aimlessly stare into the kind of like abyss of the forest and then wander in, maybe, wander out, perhaps, or just be full and developed by it, and then later on just turn into plant-like matter. Haven't really figured out too much yet. However, we get to Karis. We decided to set up perimeter. Anavir and Reinhardt. They make their way around the city. Come up with a safe word, which the two of them know by heart after practicing it for many hours. Tori, Savari, and Saren, Harbinger, the rest of the crew, go to look for supplies around the underlying cities. Anavir and Reinhardt investigate 3 guards outside the city, who were really well informed and wonderful people. Got the entire party a meeting with the head of the druid guards. Yes, that was them.
You were meeting with
Elder
Elder
Twine.
Twine.
Elder
Yeah,
Twine.
the
Yeah.
elder of the halflings. That's it. I had it
Mhm.
written down too.
Very nice.
And then later on, we ended up meeting with Vindar Vasa of the Arashari regarding his Emerald Gem task after looking up at the board for local tasks that need to be done, job board, so on and so forth. And then that night, we make our way to Elder Twine to have this so-called meeting. Allegedly. My pens. Where are my pens at? Hold on. My pens aren't on my desk right now.
Where would they be?
Actually evil.
My pens?
No, the people. That
And
just
then-
dawned on me now. You never checked if those guards were evil or not.
I didn't. Listen, those guards.
They're
It's not
innocent.
always black and white. It's not always good or neutral or evil.
That's right.
But at the same time, those
They're
guards were
neutral.
not
There is no
giving me
only
evil
neutral.
vibes from what we've done and how we look.
I have no
Yes.
opinion one way or the other.
A lot of them were like, "Hey, dude, check out this guy. He's got horns on him."
This guy has a stupid
I
little
have no
bag
strong
with
opinions,
Yeah,
one
with these
What
way
weird
evil person turns
flutes.
down money.
For real. Oh, I hear birds.
Manny.
It's the opposite I hear outside.
Oh, my chains are here.
Oh, that was weird, Chris. I didn't notice you starting.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck? I'm like,
I was listening too because like this is really ambient. There's no music at all
I
in
was
there.
like, well, it's weird is because the open back headphones, it sounded behind me. So I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Well, It is called background music. So
Really good.
you make your
Wow.
way towards.
Good
I believe
gesture.
a few people were making way towards New Draconia, while the rest were making their way towards home of the Thriceborn.
Hmm.
Some people wanted to speak with Elder Ymid of New Draconia's founder, or some people wanted to speak with Elder Twine Orion.
Does anyone remember who was with what group? Because I
Well-
totally forget.
It's only 2 that went to the halflings, and everyone else was going to Dragonborn land.
Do not bark.
Who's gonna head
In
to-
fact, I thought we were all linking up for the moment.
You've
So
all
Elder-
linked up. Yeah.
We have Elder Twine for sure was Reinhardt and Anavir,
Mm-hmm.
mainly because they were the main contacts of him. And then, yeah, I think that was about. I mean, unless anyone else wanted to go with Twine, we're just gonna go and find out more information regarding the because we are undercover investigators.
Didn't we decide that we should have at least like
Half.
have all the charisma people going one way?
Well, here's the thing about our party. There's 4 of us that are charisma based,
Yeah.
so
So we're fine.
we're pretty divided up right now as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Works for me.
And that is in
Who's-
no way gonna bite us in the foot later.
No.
Who's
no,
gonna
it's
head
fine.
towards New Draconia and Elder Ymid?
Me.
Tavari? Torin? Anyone else? And Snyder. Okay.
Theron's headed over, right?
I'm headed south.
Also, you're really quiet for some reason. The fuck?
You
Turn 'em
know,
up.
it's probably due to the fact
There we go.
I'm actually continuously trying to speak quieter so I don't yell all the time. And then asshats like you keep pointing it out!
No, it's just that I had you down to 32% for some reason.
All I see is
All of a
angry
sudden.
woman in the background. What you say?
Are you guys redoing your guys' den?
Ah, yes.
Or moving stuff around in your den, or what?
Kitty cam.
Me?
Yeah.
Why would I be moving stuff around in my den?
Like a different
Or-
angle.
You look, yeah, or maybe it's
Your
just a different
office.
angle
Yeah,
of
we can see
camera,
the
it just
desk was moved.
looks like
Oh,
her desk.
My
is-
monitor.
Oh, okay. So
Oh.
you guys have kind of moved stuff around.
No. Just my monitor. That's it.
Okay.
It's
so you moved
just
something
my
around.
monitor's up higher, so it looks like it's a completely different angle.
Yeah,
Because
that's
if I
pretty
go
weird, I thought.
No, the
lower-
desk
No,
was
no,
moved,
no,
or you
the
flipped.
desk,
Yeah.
the background was facing the
I can-
opposite way.
Oh, is
Ice
it
cream?
the exact opposite side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, it's because I swapped to Logitech Capture because it has
Mm.
much better
Oh, you flipped.
algorithms for autofocusing. So
Mhm.
it flipped here just so that everyone's okay and everything's.
I don't like
normal.
this.
I don't feel
I'll
comfortable.
swap the other one. We can all calm down.
Everybody's
No.
losing their minds.
Give
I'm
me
freaking
a
out.
second.
Freaking out, man.
I'm going.
I'm just trying to make it seem like I'm actually paying attention to my friends and all, but whatever.
I was like, what the? I was like, no,
Whatever.
this isn't a den. I was like, I don't know idea what you're talking about.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
Do I saw this?
So definitely D10s. These are D10s.
So anyway, me and Reinhardt were going to Elder Twine, for sure.
Yes,
You
yes.
were.
So,
Damn, this is a good one, Chris.
this one's good. I think Snyder, sorry, not Harbinger was in the room earlier. I don't know if you had your headset on, but I was like reorganizing all the music and sound.
No,
I
I haven't muted the sound.
I was just adding
in case I
everything.
ever.
Just randomly at his
Or
work,
listen
he
to
just
my own
hears
music.
noise.
Mhm. I was adding. I added like a lot of music over the years, so I had this fucking colossal playlist that wasn't organized. Anyways, you head towards a central
go. Better?
platform. Yeah, everything looks like it used
Better, guys.
Yes.
So much better.
Yes.
from
100%.
Australia.
Wouldn't it be like
Thunder.
this then?
And now, just to be a dick. There we go.
Oh my god.
Set them better.
From Mirror Universe, Australia.
Ugh.
Yeah, this makes it so it actually matches when I look at it. It matches what I'm doing, which is not actually
Mhm.
correct. It should be this way. So that way, when I point that way, that's actually the way I'm pointing. So there you guys go.
Heading
you for that
towards the
clarification.
centralmost platform of Charis, aloft on the treetops, sun has fallen, temperatures dropping, and the bioluminescent moss that surrounds the undergrowth begins to glow. You can you recall the very, very extremely faint laughter in the roaming distance all around. You approach the largest of the platforms. A few buildings here. You can see people are going about their remaining activities. There's someone kind of going about lighting a few of the small lanterns. They appear to be carrying with them a large vessel with glowing bugs in it and depositing it into a few of the pseudo street lamps around. Eventually you arrive at about 3-story structure, circular, kind of builds out to a hall in front of you with a large tree that kind of forms the center of that and sprouts out from the roof, branches stretching skyward. A few people can be seen walking up the flight of stairs that would take them to the second floor of this abode. So it seems like it's still open. What do you want to do?
I'm sorry. Is this
Sorry, I was listening to the wolf howl.
the howling's amazing. Is this all of us, or is this party split already?
Split party. So this
is
should be
Elder Twine or Elder whatever.
Ymid. This is
Okay,
New
so it's
Draconia
okay.
and Elder Ymid. So
Okay.
this would be Savari, Snyder, and Torin.
Okay, and I am with Reinhardt. Okay. Go,
Yes.
go, go. Yep, go, go.
Didn't even say my name. Fuck you.
Never just kind of wandering about.
So how do you want to proceed? Arrived at the threshold, the stairs spiral left and right up to the second floor.
Is there any sort of like secretary type thing or portier or
When you'd have to head inside, so I assume you're going that way.
head inside? I head in.
Okay. As you kind of take the flanks up and in, there's no secretary immediately at the entrance. Instead, what you're greeted with is this almost like mix between a library and a museum type of display. You're seeing a lot of draconian artifacts, either old weaponry or partial murals that have been preserved, set aside alongside long stories of books. As you enter, you're on the second floor of this construct. You can see there's staircases that can lead down to the first floor and a few staircases that lead out to a perimeter on the third floor. Bookcases extend from the first to the third, along with a few artifacts such as the murals that are so large that they actually require the vast amount of space present. It seems like here there's a very strong remembrance of the past. You're sensing kind of earning that moniker of New Draconia. There's still Dragonborn that roam these halls. Some of them on job, but a few of the other ones simply appear to be catching some last-minute readings or just a nighttime stroll through the area before it fully closes down. There are a few staff that have kind of spread about. They're a little bit more difficult to differentiate from, but they, for the most part, appear to be wearing a necklace around them with the symbol of the Wild Mother affixed to the centerpiece.
Um, Does it look like anyone is noticing us? Noticing me? Or am I the only
Roll
one who
a
walked in?
roll a insight check.
Insight. Hold on, let me squint in so I can actually read this. There it goes. Ooh, 20.
All right. For the
It's my
most
last good
part,
roll of the night.
the first one too. For the most part, people kind of give a curious, sometimes cautious glance over to you. Um, Sometimes angling their bodies more. So if you were completely to their back, it's more kind of opening up the side to also be aware of you. Kind of matches. You're aware that the Ravenites are a little bit more of a cautious individual. Certainly not as carefree as a lot of the halflings here are. As you're glancing around and trying to clock who might have noticed you, you do see that there is a few Dragonborn on the third floor. There's one that has kind of seemingly looked and tracked you from the moment of your entry, and upon you looking over, there's a brief moment where you both make eye contact before they slowly readjust and move to the table that they are stationed in front of. Seems like kind of like a 90 degrees, so railing right here, and they're looking down at you like that before kind of focusing back at the table in front of them.
Who of our group is with me right now?
It should be Torn and Snyder.
I'm sorry, are they immediately with me or?
Yeah, we're walking with you.
Okay. Does it look like anyone's taking special notice of our white scaly-tailed companion?
Tails, especially.
Specifically in the tail division.
Yeah. Again, most of what you've caught is if anyone like had their back completely to you and like caught a glance, they kind of adjust the way they sit, not to directly face you, but to make sure that you guys aren't to their immediate flank anymore, trying to make sure they don't have to watch you, but you're always in a lot of people's peripherals now.
Okay. Can I assume that the elder that go through?
No, it didn't. Say again.
I hate my connection, and
Yeah.
I hate my connection, and in case they haven't noticed, I hate my connection. I said, it's like, can I assume that Elder Ymid's office is on, or whatever, is on the third floor? Just by how things
Can
are
roll an
looking?
investigation check if you want.
Investigation. 11.
11.
Here comes the shit rolls.
It's difficult to immediately determine because maybe if it was a normal building and not a library museum built atop the trees.
Right.
I'm sorry, Spirit. What were you rolling for again? Just to be clear.
Investigation to see if to figure out if Elder Ymid's office or is on possibly the third floor, just by the look of how things are laid out.
Okay. Is there a sign, Chris?
No signage. The building itself isn't tremendously vast.
It looks kind of small amount.
Compared to the kaiju thing
Compared to
beside
your,
us.
yeah, colossal characters. If you want, you can roll an investigation check as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
guessing there's people who like have any insignia on them as well.
Yeah, there's people with the symbol of the Wild Mother who,
Mhm.
based off your kind of initial passive checks,
I'm sorry,
seem
I'm still at
to
work,
be
Brian.
less like roaming around and taking in the sights, seem to be helping people occasionally, like glancing over to explain a mural or helping someone get books from the higher shelves.
Is there like a help
museum
desk?
attendants, basically.
Doesn't even like help this, but what's that?
That's a
investigation?
23.
23.
I rolled 15.
You give a quick glance around, and you're trying to put all these context clues together. You've noticed that a few of these attendees, the symbol of the Wild Mother, go up to the third floor and actually go towards that table where the individual had clocked you upon entry, was looking and watching you. A lot of them appear to be referring to them as a type of authority figure. And with that roll, you're pretty safe to determine that that is very likely Elder Ymid, or at least someone that runs this establishment.
Okay. Do they have? Is there like a mix of tailed, or non-tailed, or is Eldria mid tailed or not tailed?
Primarily tailless,
Mm-hmm.
primarily Ravenites. You haven't.
Right.
You've seen like 2 or 3 Drakenblood upon entering Charis. You've seen like countless Ravenites.
Awesome. Okay.
Well, do you
My brain not
guys
working.
say we
Sorry.
head up to the third floor and see if Elder Ymid's there, or you guys say?
Yeah, I forget. Are we expressing that we are from the Bright Queen or not? Guys, I thought we made that clear that we are or we aren't.
No, I think the story we're going with is the one that Annabir and Reinhardt used, that we're just investigating. Or
Oh,
did
wait,
we?
said the halflings.
I can't remember.
Oops, stressed.
Saren, can you remember?
Sarah's not even here. Torin, do you
I
remember?
don't
Here,
remember.
he's not here either.
Torin
I
probably
guess
remembers, but
we-
not
Not.
Noxie.
I hear you.
Okay.
We're investigating. We're investigators.
You guys can roll an intelligence check. 2 of you, or 1 with advantage.
Stairs that are heading up.
You know what? I think I will.
I'll help you.
Okay, where's my connection going?
Roll twice.
Intelligence check.
This gonna be good.
16?
Rolls a 2.
16.
See?
Yeah. From my own recollection, you have, in very select, careful circumstances, revealed that you were sent here by the Bright Queen to, in the alteration being, investigate the Green Plague. Not fully ever revealing to anyone your intentions to investigate activity from Robin Ball.
Okay, so we are fine to
So we're
say
dancing
that we're
around the truth.
from the Bright
Yeah.
Queen.
A
Okay,
good
cool.
lie has a little bit of the truth in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me close this out. Focus on this. Let's go find him, I guess.
All right.
Oh shit. Oh.
You
I
head.
don't know if you caught it because I experienced a ping spike, but I meant that I was going to casually make my way towards the stairs, and there's another fucking ping spike. Or no, Chris just...
We
Got it.
gotcha. We gotcha.
You head spiraling up the staircases, and between your judgment, follow through to what looks to be a pretty modest table, 2 benches. There's a small collection of Dragonborn here, 2 that stand. Weapons tucked away, so not readily at this table, and they seem to be just talking to one another. At the table itself, there are 2 more Dragonborn, and they're appears to be a set of dragon chess between the both of them that they are playing. As you walk over, the individual that had originally noticed you upon entering turns to you, seeing that you're now kind of approaching them, and you get a good look at this dragonborn. Blue scaled, and with kind of spikes around the jawline and chin that almost give like the false impressions of a beard, almost. It's like weathered old beard. The eyes themselves um, are in a perpetual state of trying to close. Appears to be a very old individual, earning that title of elder. They kind of glance at
Definitely.
you, glance at you all, gives a small wave.
Good evening, I guess we say. In turn.
Good evening.
Elder Ymid, I assume?
That is I, yes. Welcome to New Draconia and Charis. You are new here.
Yes.
Indeed.
Thank you for welcoming us here.
Kind of.
The city. We are actually here on business of a sort. We are investigating a great number of things, one of them being the Green Plague.
You see,
I was
like,
wondering
kind of like rubbing those spikes along his bridge as you are talking to him.
just wondering, hold on, let me think of this. We came to inquire to you about any information you might have about it.
He reaches forward and just kind of moves one of the dragon pieces ahead onto the board before finally kind of turning back to you again. Choose your words quite carefully. Come sit down first.
Yeah. Take a free chair.
Yeah, it's a bench, so you can either take the same bench that he sits on or the bench opposite to him that his opponent in this dragon chess game is on.
I think I sit across from him. That seems more diplomatic.
Okay. Torrin, Snyder.
We're here, or we're just
be right
not really
back.
pulling up a chair quite yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two are
I'm in
standing.
the middle.
Mhm.
You walked off. Anyways.
Okay.
He gives a few nods and glances over across at the other two that are choosing to stand, and he turns specifically, looks to you, Torrin, for a little bit. Where are you from?
Menagerie Coast.
Heard it can be quite nice there in the summers.
It's getting a little warm for my liking.
You should try Charis sometimes. We're not all fang and claw, like Xerath Kirill.
Does he notice Torrin's
Yeah.
Appendage.
It's
Oh,
kind of
nice,
hard to
nice.
hide it when I'm not
Nice.
actively tucking it inside my shorts, my pants.
it's a whole lot to talk, man.
Uh-huh.
Is our compatriot's tail going to be an issue, or?
We don't say that out loud, do we?
No, I'm thinking it.
Did
I
you
don't
say
know.
it, or-
I don't know. He sounds like he's saying it in character.
Good. Do you say it in character?
Oh, no.
Okay. He didn't seem to be making a big deal about it when he just spoke. Gives a short nod to you, Torrin, before glancing back to you, Savari. That's bad. I'm not one for formalities of office or talk of the way diplomats talk. some here are young, but some of us that are much older still remember the way Draconia was, the way they organized, and I want to be quite different than that, you see. So, why are you here? You said you're looking into the plague.
It's one of the things we're looking into.
Yes, chiefly among those, that's what we've been looking into. We came across, we were walking past the forest, and we noticed that this forest seems quite different than the others, and when we were led to here, Charles, it was plain that there was something amiss.
The Lotuston Greenwood is strange. The halflings say that the space between the prime material and the Feywild is thin here. Glances back to you, Savari. The green plague, though. I don't know how much help I will be to you on that.
Has it affected any Dragonborn?
Yes, it has. Those of us that are wood whalers, they are sick with it now, yes. It happened about 2 months ago is when the first cases started. About the same time as that individual Corlin was felled at the Dewdrop Exchange.
That's the guy that burst into plant matter.
Yeah, that is.
I'm not very good at leading these. Okay. So. Chris, do I get the feeling? Do I get any sort of inclination that he might be withholding
Roll an insight check.
information or insight? 13.
It's kind of like a just starting a conversation right now, and he's not giving you a whole lot to work off right now, so he's kind of being difficult to read in that way. So you're unable to discern.
Dude, I just met you. Those kind of vibes.
Yeah, a little. You know, he's being as open as he thinks he should be. His opponent moves on the dragon chessboard, and he does a very swift maneuver on one of his pieces and takes a side one, and then leaving his opponent left thinking about their next move already.
Not good at leading conversations like
He
this.
kind of reaches out to you. The plague. We Dragonborn are new-ish to Charis, and while we've done well for ourselves here, the land here and everything, it's older than us. The communion of nature here has predated us. It starts with the halflings here. If I'm quite honest, if this plant life it used and the sickness that runs rife in swamps and forests like this. It's because of the forest. If anyone would know, it would be the halflings. It was their prerogative at the beginning.
So
We
Elder
were
Twine
told
might
on
know
the
more.
On here.
Can I hear?
Sorry, my light was acting up.
Thorin,
So Elder Twine might know more.
I suspect. What were you gonna say, Snyder?
We heard tell of an incident that happened at the Dewdrop Exchange not too long ago. Is there any insight that you had your particular observations of your people?
Sorry. There is not too much that we have observed. And this is something we Dragonborn just must endure. As we have before and as we will. Another trial of life. This plague. It is the incident with Corlin. Unfortunate.
I would wonder, has there been a oddly behaving Dragonborn taller than this one next to me has shown up within the recent weeks?
He gives a kind of a few nods and gestures for a pause from his opponent. At this point, the elder turns more directly towards you. There has.
Hmm.
Time ago. Must have been a few months before the plague incident. An individual came through here. Is a light way to put it. I never saw them, but people came to me about them, one by one, expressing that one of our own was threatening individuals, was implying trying to delve into the knowledge of the halflings, the Lotus Den Greenwood, asking a lot of questions and being quite vicious about it. I had never heard of this individual, no names were shared, and when we went looking, they were already gone.
Off the top of your head, sir, is there any question you might remember she asked? Because we don't know quite what she has to do with anything. We don't quite know her entirely. But everywhere she seems to go, she seems to rot something.
That is troubling. Give me a moment. And he kind of enters like a small pause, that like old man searching through his vast catalog of memory before he eventually nods a few times. Most of the questions related to the communion that the halflings established with the woods. The druids, they commune with the moon, the land, water, elements of nature. The druids here are not too different. They've communed with the Lotus Den Greenwood. They've come to understand it. You've surely noticed that it is not dangerous here as it might be elsewhere in the forest, and that is because of communion. She was quite insistent about it. And the halflings, they are aloof, but they keep that communion details close to the vest. Even I don't know the full extent of their work.
Mm,
She was quite insistent about these details.
uh, um, and out of curiosity, since we are new here, for our own safety, we've been told not to go into different places at night. Is there a particular reason why?
Yes, what do you know of the Feywild?
Only
I'll lower my hood and like show like my pointed ears. Only some things.
just general information on my end.
Yes. And not much as not half of what I think I know, and half
The
of what I'd
more
like
you
to know.
know, the less you really know. The Feywild is it's the more you find out, the less you realize you actually, or the more you realize, the less you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thrown off because what you said is the more you know, the less you know, and I'm like, what? That's not how that works.
That's
You
some
end up
pretty
coming
deep
back with
shit,
more questions
man.
than
Yeah.
you found answers. Yeah,
Pretty deep shit.
I know. He gives a few.
nature of the Feywild.
The Feywild, visually and to the naive mind, is a whimsical, beautiful landscape of vibrant colors, of amazing creatures, but there is a dark undertone to it that can sweep you up extremely
And
quickly.
it is extreme in its nature.
Quite. Um, the,
Fun.
the Feywild aspects of its more dangerous side are more apparent at night, as the Feywild becomes more prevalent, so to say. Some people say they see more from the Feywild, something maybe to do with the moth, but it is simply for the safety of most people to not venture out at night without a wood whaler.
But within this town, it's safe
Yes,
ish.
it's quite safe. We are up on the tree, where it is notably safer.
Okay.
Does everyone look like they still have questions? Torn and Sawari.
No.
Um, thank you for answering our questions. Unlike the other that came before us, we shall not be vicious, and we do not intend to harm anyone, just to be clear.
Thank you. It is the job of an elder to accommodate, to lead the people. I'm going to continue my game now, so...
Sorry we
Enjoy
disturbed
the
your game, sir. And you said the other
Holy
elder of the halflings is someone we should see?
If you want the full story, more of the story, I suspect.
Bingo.
Thank you, sir. If someone would have need of us for any questions, I suppose we'll be at the end then. If we can find a room. Have a good time, sir.
You as well. And he kind of turns back to his game, glances over it only for a brief moment before, once again, starting to take moves. Is there anything else you three want to do within New Draconia?
I think I might, I guess,
We should link up with the home of the Thriceborn
we should.
folks.
On our way down, I'm gonna just glance at some of the literature that's here, see if there's anything
Okay.
that stands out.
Tree House of
Roll of investigation.
Perception.
Perception. Burger King food lettuce 12.
What?
Treehouse of books.
That's some books.
You glance through a few of the books. It's what you kind of gather. It's some of it might be basic knowledge, a few base manuals on various different things, a few historical texts. Um, a lot of them have Draconic written along the spines. Appears to be there's a healthy amount of books here that are written strictly in Draconic.
You have two people that know
Where's,
language.
where's Wolfgang when you need him in his 9 fucking languages?
Mm-hmm.
Reinhardt can read all languages. Ka.
I have 6.
Um,
We have 2 people with you that can speak Draconic.
anything that...
Common, Draconic, and
never mind.
Dwarvish.
Yeah, no, I just... Get out.
Maybe we haven't been able to use
You know the
Dwarvish.
other ones.
You guys also haven't spent much time in the Empire.
This is true.
That's true.
Mhm.
Or at least in the dwarven cities of the
Hmm.
Empire.
We went to that elf dwarf city, and that was kind of it.
Yeah. That was probably the one time you might
I
have
spoke
encountered
mostly to
Dwarvish.
Amy spoke more to like elves. So okay.
Well, you guys exit New Draconia and back out into the night. Anavir, Saren, and Reinhardt. You take the western bridges and head on to the top of the hill where the interwoven lattices form the walls of the home of the Thriceborn. Stepping back out in front, you can see that they have the similar torch bug light spread about to illuminate the front area. There's only one halfling here in front, the more bull-faced one that seemed to be corralling the other two based off your first meeting with them. They are still stationed at the gate. Pick up their helmet as they see you approach.
Prior to us obviously getting on our walk over to the grass area before the
Okay.
lattice wall, I was sure to inform Saren here regarding about how the conversation we had with the guards regarding how we didn't really discuss too much information about our being here on Cars. We are just investigators, and that our person paying us wants it on the DL kind of thing. Because that's kind of how the conversation went, and that we were like, we're here
On the low.
investigators. We can't really tell you who sent us, but we're here to investigate. So
And we're here to help, essentially. So.
We're from the government and we're here to help.
That's right. That's right. We're using your tax dollars.
Ouch. Hold on.
Of
Hold on, I
herbs.
gotta turn somebody up.
Chris, before we
Yes.
get there, like before we like walk in, like just before we like get into like eye shot of them, see invisibility.
Alright.
Smart.
You activate your invisibility sight, glancing around. How far is see invisibility's range?
See invisibility. The duration, you can see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible. You can see into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
What's
Got
the range?
So it's my range. So
You take a quick glance around the scenery. Nothing at the home of the Thriceborn. Nothing you're picking up there that's invisible. Glancing back around Charis, every so often you can see a small zip of a creature flying overhead, noticing that it is invisible, and another one would fly to the opposite side. Another one. Just these winged creatures zipping over the canopy, and every so often, especially much more common to see them in a surrounding forest, not Charis.
Do I get the impression that they are native species? That like they just kind of like jump around and look around for food, kind of like bats would at night?
Do you want to roll a perception check?
Yes, I will. I will indeed roll a perception check.
I should help with that.
28.
Disadvantage.
Like silvery barbs. No.
You kind of track one for a little bit as you're walking, kind of put it together. A very small winged humanoid. You kind of piece together from folklore that these are pixies that are sailing by around. Which you've heard a little bit about the connection of the Lotus and Greenwood and the Feywild, and you're getting a little bit of that reinforcement back, and you're hearing the laughter kind of tracks with them.
It's the pixies flying around. So it's not like something, from everything I've heard in tales and the scriptures I've read, it's like they're around, they're kind of annoying, don't mess with them, and they'll kind of just like
Kind of powerful.
they're kind of annoying, just kind of leave them alone. No kind of problem.
The scriptures about them mostly refer to them as fairy tales, but they are
Fucking fairy tale my ass.
pretty rare. Really, they are heavily associated with the Feywild, so anything that has any association with Feywild might have more of them. But they are tricksters to the point where it could be extremely deadly. Playing a trick on someone, but not knowing that this person you're playing a trick on might not have the lifespan of a elf, and maybe making them get lost in the forest for 2 weeks and then they die of starvation.
And then they're like, oh.
Yeah. It's extreme power in the hands of an 11-year-old, essentially.
Yeah. But they're not something like, they're not gonna like go out of their way to like hurt.
Unless they want to prank you.
Yeah.
Unintentional pain.
Unintentional pain.
Yeah.
Like Stormer pranks Viking in Minecraft.
Everything all right?
Why is that dirt block up there?
Shut up.
I'm just checking to see what last
PTSD.
Is there someone behind us?
Stupid ass dirt blocks.
You alright, Saren?
Oh, good. Just looking around, just seeing what's causing that annoying laugh.
Do I hear anything too? I'm assuming, or do we
deaf?
all hear it?
You have to listen in pretty closely.
Actually, that's a good point. You say that laughter. In
Strange.
Your what's the passive perception actually, Chris, for the laughter?
It's just coming from a very small creature that's zipping around. Yeah, you can hear it. Like, you picked it up very clearly, and you're hearing it a lot more. And for everyone else, it's like,
damn it.
yeah. And for everyone else, it's like every so often you're like doing something, and you hear small laughter, and you glance around, and there's not like someone next to you immediately laughing.
He's so funny.
So you're just looking at me like I'm dipshit.
Darren is just annoyed at this point because all he hears is laughter.
Just like, fucking kill me. They won't shut up.
Somebody cast
voices. The voices.
Kind of like how it's the same kind of thing.
Saren, just cast silence.
He had that one enemy that
very nice.
if you had a higher perception, the thing hit you faster. The pits, remember? It's the same kind of thing. It's the disadvantage to being too perceptive. You're just kind of like, fuck, shut up.
That's why Annabelle can go like right up to it and be fine.
On yourself.
Every night before sleep.
Some things are better not to be left unseen.
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss.
Yes. Yes,
and
it
I'm
is.
just watching these things go.
Like it's laughter that cuts in and out.
Yep, it's bad.
Right.
Also, two quick questions. Tarhorn is the leader of the Wood Whalers Rangers. He is not one of the guards we talked to.
No.
Correct.
Got it.
Tarhorn was like the the Wood Whalers aren't said to have like a leadership, but he's like one of the oldest members, so a lot of people look to him as a center of authority.
As well.
And then Robin is red dragonborn, right? Or is she white as well?
I
Red.
believe she's
Red.
a red dragonborn.
Yeah.
What I
I'm gonna
thought.
quickly double check her code.
I had some like conflicting views on that. So I'm
Red.
like, you guys said red last time. I'm like, red. Okay.
She's always been red.
That's why I wanted to make sure because I mean Torn's white, so I was like,
Dragon
Where's the
Ball's
blue
right,
one?
She always was.
just wanted to make sure.
Where's
What
the blue
happened to the green
dragonborn?
It's a case where just because they're siblings originally, they're not going to continue to be siblings.
Mhm.
I just wanted to make sure that was correct.
Yeah,
Fact
the red
checking.
dragon, the red scales skips a generation.
All right. So we should make our way
Oh,
towards the
didn't
gate.
Seth Rogen
Yep.
laugh?
Should.
He pushes
you
the
do
helmet
know-
up.
You do know we were originally drows, right?
Yeah, I know.
Pushes
Well,
the
at some
helmet
point you get
up and
friends.
kind of looks up. Oh, hey, welcome back.
How's it going?
Oh yeah, sorry. And he kind of walks over to the gate now. Is going about to push it open before pausing, kind of brain working for a moment, and turns back. Sorry, the elder will see you now. It's quite busy,
Mhm.
so just keep that in mind. It might be easier to agitate. He wasn't exactly thrilled when I said that there might be an appointment, but he made it in his schedule. And yeah, okay. And at that, he kind of opens the doorway and allows you to pass through.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Walking through, you're greeted to a much different version of Charis. This like white porous stone makes the foundation for a majority of the inside here. Occasionally patches of grass trying to like fight their way through the pores of the stone. You see a lot of very lavish, almost chateau-like buildings that have kind of spread out and about in this area. They kind of extend much further out in that way, and the guard from the gate earlier kind of approaches and takes a hand gesturing you towards the one where there's a large plaza. This one right here. A large landing area and a large circular structure. You'll find the elder there.
Start making my way that way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So?
As you
You
approach
noticing anything with how they act, or actually, Chris, the one that we spoke with, how he was kind of a little cagey, a little bit, where it's like, he's not like that guy. Did I get any like weird vibes off him?
roll an insight check.
Shall indeed.
Just like they're all weird. Fuck.
19.
19. Not too weird, seemingly a little inexperienced in this part of the job of like talking to foreigners that
Customer
you
service.
have to kind of put up a show. You can't be like, yeah, easier. You know, you can't. You have to amp it up a little bit.
And yet
Presentation.
still be calm enough that we don't go.
They're socially awkward. Leave them alone.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You could have just said right this way. You know,
Damn it,
we
he's
were gonna
right.
go there either way.
Damn, he's right.
Make your way over, and there's a few more guards around here, kind of on patrol, but aware that your company is coming, they make way for you to ascend up the stairs and into the building itself. Much of it is a kind of woven together wood style that is completely different than the rest of Charis itself, as it seems structures here have now been instead made as the wood has actually grown around here and the trees have been shaped to make the home, and then just stone and the like set atop of it instead of cutting and making making the wood themselves and kind of laying out the platforms like the rest of Charis itself. There's a much higher degree of druidism that has gone into the actual construction of the home of the Thriceborn. Upon entering, you see somewhat of a circular office and a desk that faces forward. There's an open air window to the back that kind of views half of the lattice wall, and the rest of it kind of pours out into the treetops of Charis behind them. And by now it is already darkened. You can a little bit hear the pixies now, the occasional laughter again, and a lot of the nighttime sounds of the wildlife. There's a halfling sitting in front. They appear to be wearing a somewhat like home-brewed style of the Kryn's fashion. It's the cut angular style, but not a perfectly clean cut. There's a little bit more greenery to it, and there is an autumn-esque mantle atop one shoulder, kind of this autumn colors and leaves over one. The halfling themselves has graying hair tied to the back, and they look up to you and give a smile and nod. Oh, welcome. You are new to Charis. Please sit down. You investigators, helping.
Yes,
That
sir.
is us.
Do I see any invisible guards in the room at all, or any invisible eyes, cameras? I say cameras, but I mean eyes.
Yeah.
You guys know
No
what I mean.
arcane.
They're eyes.
Sensors, I believe they're called here.
Yeah, arcane sensors, yeah.
There's
Or
no
any
arcane.
traps or registers or anything.
Okay.
What do my eyes see? My special eyes.
Specialist. Thank you.
We have a security guard.
There are
Always
guards
fun.
just like posted normally on the inside. No arcane sensors or the like, or anything that's invisible. You do occasionally see the pixies as they fly around the background of Charis, but none appear to swoop in to the structure itself despite the open air window.
No, okay.
The individual kind of brings their hands forward with the robes that extend slightly past where their hands start, so it almost seems a little oversized on them. They bring it forward, adjust their head. Well, I'm an open book. Ask your questions away and I'll answer.
I'm sorry. Did you say Elder Twine is a she?
No, it's a he.
Okay. I thought
Okay.
I whispered you then. I was like, oh.
Wait a minute.
And then they are halfling, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to make sure. I'm so glad you're able to meet with us on such a short notice.
Yeah, we're very honored that you have time for us, really. It means a lot.
It can be a sleepy town sometimes, even in these circumstances.
Our investigations told us that you've been quite busy, quite stressed.
Well, I prefer they don't go into that much detail, but yeah. I guess you caught me. I am busy with this matters of the Green Plague and citizenry.
You're in luck, as we are investigating that very thing.
Indeed.
Do you have knowledge of it?
We've had knowledge of plagues, disease,
Mhm.
prior. Usually stuff easily fixable by such antidote,
Indeed.
things of nature. From our findings today, we haven't really been able to find anyone who had solid knowledge regarding any cures or remedies or anything
Or
of such
whereabouts of
nature,
this such.
or even whereabouts
plague.
of this disease, as Annabi was saying.
Mhm.
There's kind of a brief pause where they put a smile back on. I'm unsure how much more I can help. Specifically questions though.
Chris, I'm kind of like still like not talking and just kind of like watching.
Hmm.
Can I use kind of a combination of, this is going to be interesting. Can I use a combination of perception and insight to kind of like do kind of like lie to me style where I'm watching his facial expression and his hands and
That falls into insight.
oh damn it.
Can I
You
roll
wanted
insight?
It was worth a
really.
try.
It was worth a try.
It was worth a try.
Yeah. Insight does specifically watch for body language.
22.
All right.
He's complaining about 22.
I know.
You're
I thought I could try and convince him to let me use perception, which is 13 plus 13 is 7 plus 9.
there is a careful language that they're applying. They're definitely going to be as forthright as the questions that you ask. So there's a little bit of a game, sort of a political back and forth.
I can tell he's being as honest as he can to the exact point of the question.
Pretty
Hmm.
much.
Okay. And then I will continue to pay attention to him and watch how he responds to every question and see if I can find. I'm directly looking for his answers to where I feel like he's holding something back because it's not an exact answer, or questions that make him angry or frightened.
All right. Any questions you have, I'll answer.
Speak now. Tell us now. Oh
Yeah,
fuck! What the hell?
When did you guys first notice this disease, this plague, this
2
green?
months ago.
2 months ago.
2 months
That is
ago.
when we gave it its name, yes.
Mhm.
The people would come back with sickness. It wasn't like any sickness we encountered before. We called it the Green Plague.
So, did you hear any sort of stories that people would say, like they've been like with this person, or like when they came back, they told anybody that they went to this route and they just caught it? Is there a way that there could be any connections that you could find within these stories, or
They went out into the woods. That is their connection.
is it specific people and routes that would get this
No.
infection?
I think he's trying to ask if there's any specific section in
Right,
the
that
woods.
these people would travel.
No, they would. Any that go out into the woods, whether you're simply collecting alchemical ingredients on the far edge, or you're heading further into the Lotus Den. There has been no trend on who and who does not.
I see.
Have any of the guards come back? Any of the wood whalers come back with this disease?
Yes, a few have.
And they've had no documentation regarding about where they've gone, where they've been, where they've traveled?
Or what they touched, possibly, too?
The wood whalers do not run such a tight ship that they recount all of that they do out there. You have to understand, I do not control the wood whalers and how they work. I simply bestow upon them the communion to allow them to venture forward, and they do what they will to protect the woods.
But they don't inform you to what, you know, like their findings and such, or like what they see
I
in
would
their
have a
routes?
much busier day if I had to listen to every wood whaler's daily report of where they went.
That's fair.
Do you guys have a set number of how many people have come back infected? Or how many people have, I guess, died infected?
No deaths from the infection. Stick, yes, but no deaths from it.
Well, that's good.
No, I'm
That one in particular, Chris.
based on our investigations we've had. We know.
That was I have to pee really badly walk. Oh, no, that one.
The
No.
incident with Tarhorn. No, not Tarhorn. Sorry, Corlin
Oh,
Cobble.
I was like,
The
whoa.
Corlin Cobble is. We cannot prove with 100% certainty that it was related to the Green Plague.
What is your definition of the Green Plague?
The Green Plague involves a heightening of one's temperature, increased moisture, and bloat are the symptoms we've seen now.
What would you call what happened to that which turned into a puddle of vegetation?
For now, I would call it an isolated incident until future news arrives.
Alright, of the people that have been infected, are they all still alive?
To my knowledge, yes.
Have
So
they
you're
been
telling
able
me
to have blood drawn from them?
We do not draw blood.
So you're saying that you had an incident where an individual turned out to not be what they claimed to be a person, then was stabbed once, water came out of
I
him.
understand where you are going.
Yes, and you have not checked any of those that are sick if they still have blood and are not what that other creature was?
We do not draw blood, but if the event comes up where they have either been cut or incisions made, they still bleed, yes.
red
Yes, red.
or normal color?
What I expect to see out of them.
And those are those with the sickness?
Yes.
Okay.
What magic checks have you done to see if it can be removed with a disease potion, an anti-disease potion, or a restoration spell?
We have gone as far as some of ours will. The simple minor restoration and cure disease spells falter and do not work.
How about the more powerful full restoration spells?
We have had that one, the Soulbinder, attempt such one, and they remarked that it was ineffective.
Well, full restoration is ineffective.
We didn't kill them and resurrect them, but yes, the greater restoration.
That's what I meant, sorry. Well, I'm trying to think. I thought there was a higher.
Called luck. Or not luck.
No.
Combination?
It was a 9th level, but that's about it.
The greater restoration is 5th level. If it can't turn it down, then a lot of things can't. But
So then you're telling me we're here investigating a city who is known for this disease that has a mortality rate of less than like near 0. One person has died of this?
One person has died in an isolated incident, not related to Green Plague.
Now why should we investigate further in this matter?
If there's no casualties.
Great question. You're the ones that arrived here.
Well, we're only given so much regarding the deed.
how coy do I believe him to be being right now? God damn it.
Yeah, Reinhardt's voice is getting like deeper and deeper and just more agitated.
12.
12.
Do you have your
Waiting for
helm
the
off
wings
while
to
you're
come
here?
out.
While you're here, guys?
When I'm talking, I have my helmet off. At night, I have my
There
helmet.
was a... Saren, there was a... When the kind of opportunity struck in the conversation for, like, why are we here? He was very quick to take that as, yes, why are you here?
I dropped my book.
And to push you off now, it seems.
Oh.
I put down my book on the table and I'm like, listen, we're just here to help your people. That's all we want. If there's anything you do know, please let us know. We want to help. That's all we're here for.
Persuasion check.
Fucking good cop, bad cop here.
I know.
It works for a reason.
It does. That's exactly why I like having or pairing with Anavir in this situation is because we can bounce off each other like that.
A natural 20.
Oh, dirty. 4? You get 4 what?
Uh,
The
well,
total.
I had 11 and then plus 9. So,
He gives a few. Kind of lets out a sigh as he looks towards you, Andrew.
And if it's genuine, he actually wants to help.
I do.
Help us help you.
Okay.
Help me. Help.
You desire to help.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We came into your city, not asking for any payment from you people.
We're just genuine people.
Trying to find information. We told you we were investigators, trying to find information regarding that disease.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you know of a communion between people and nature?
Some.
As much as any other person that would like to go out camping every now and then.
Not too
A
much.
little bit more on my end.
A touch, I guess. My grandfather made a communion with the Lotus Den Greenwood. It's how we live here. If the Lotus Den was to be threatened, the Lotus Den would reply with threats itself. If you want to know what a paranoid druid thinks, I believe that there is something that threatens the Lotus Den Greenwood, and it's replying in a way to expunge that threat.
Thank you. Now we're getting somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Those infected, are they mostly dragonborn?
A mix.
Mixed.
Lesser dragonborn, but they make up a lesser amount of the population.
Who was Corlin before he was infected?
Corlin was a wood whaler. A newer addition, but I never had the pleasure of speaking to them personally. Harhorn Earthwhistle had, presumably, so you best speak to them more about that individual.
Hmm.
We shall.
We've
Indeed.
heard rumors that that the Epret incident was a precursor to was precursed by staring off into the forest unanswering. Has that been a noticed phenomenon by anyone else?
The wood whalers claim to notice it more.
Do they claim to notice it about anyone else?
Not anyone specifically. They just claim notice of it amongst mainly their own rank.
Advice from one of those who is of a different religion, but knows of some darker sides to them all. You should check all of your whalers and just ask for a prick with the finger and have them all checked.
Perhaps you could convince Tarhorn for me. Again,
As
I
long
am
as
their
if we
elder.
have the permission, but you are their elder and you are their wise one, and they seek you for guidance. An elder, I
Then
can
you have the
understand
elder's
this if
blessing. Please go
that
ahead.
will work. Out of curiosity, the one who became mush, has any tracking spells or communication spells been sent out to reach them since they passed?
The binder tried and it failed.
Hmm.
And it failed.
Which part of it failed? I'm sorry. The communication or the
Binder,
location?
that binder from the life binder, the Ashari.
Yes, yes,
They had
yes, yes.
tried
Vindervasta.
to, indeed, tried to communicate and the spell failed, meaning individual might be on a separate plane of reality.
Yes.
Much more likely is dead.
I don't know. We are. There has been, as you've told us yourself, this place is one of the most connected to the Feywild. And with that time of year coming, it could be more connected, closely connected with other parts of the the world as well. They could have fallen between or been taken in between different ones.
You saying you think the Feywild took them?
No, not the Feywild in particular, but possible a creature from the Feywild or a parasite from the Feywild could have taken them and created like a clone or a body double. We can do it with illusion magic. Hell, I've heard tales of great sorcerers who lived many lives through clones. It's not out of the realm of impossibility. This would just be something of plants.
If I may say, this is for your own debating another occasion.
True. The reason I more speak it near you is in case you've heard tales of things. You are much more
Experienced
nature
around here.
inclined than I am. I'm much more on the religion side. So,
Hey.
expressing ideas outwards with your wisdom, hopefully something might spark. But I understand.
Confer with the Wood Whalers. Ask that the Elder give an order for them to investigate their own rank. And then see about investigating the woods themselves. See what you can find.
Do you have any personally trusted whalers?
Personally trusted doesn't. I'm would have said at another time Tarhorn, but he's old now. Unlikely to make the trips.
Of course. Any sons of closer individuals? Sons or daughters of closer individuals? Just someone you would maybe point us to as they have a higher likelihood of being trustworthy.
Understand. I can't put my full trust to anyone after the incident with the Wood Whalers have said, people staring off, as well as our initial incident with Cortland. It makes I can't put my lot in with anyone that has left these walls.
Or came in it.
Understandable. Alrighty then. How many wood whalers are there in total?
Probably 30 or so.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see how many we can trust. And we'll keep you updated with small updates.
And once again,
we'll pass a
Like the
note.
sound of that.
We'll pass notes to your aid.
hmm
You do trust your aide at least. They're a
I
little
trust
young,
them.
but
I trust them to pass a note.
understood. Thank you then.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, right now.
Thank
Any
you as
questions?
well. Investigators from ashore. Any other questions?
Yeah.
I will reach out my hand. I'll reach out my hand to shake theirs.
They reach out.
I shake, and I say, "Oh, just so you can realize that we are safe." I pull out my fine knife, that fine knife I got a long time ago, and
Please
while
don't cut
holding their
yourself
hand,
on my table.
will tap my finger. Just tap it, not like a huge spread of
Yeah.
blood, but just like there'd be a small little pool, something I could wipe
Yeah.
away. And I will look at him and I'll say, and I'll flip the blade and I'll say,
HIV.
Roll a persuasion check.
okay.
HIV positive.
HIV positive.
Come on.
It would have been funny
Oh,
if
it's only a 10.
It would have been funny if he poked his hand and started oozing.
I know. It's just like water's like,
Oh.
huh?
Yeah, you looked at the
Oh
knife.
no!
Minor illusion. Minor illusion.
I am not keen to prick myself at the moment. Just believe it's me right now.
I'll flip it back, put it away, wipe the blood on my hand, and go.
Cure wounds yourself.
Ow.
And
Yeah,
I'll turn and leave.
questions?
Ow. My
Yeah.
knife is still sharp.
Have you?
Ouch.
Well, you wouldn't know anything about
ow.
a red dragonborn traveler through here, have you? Usually one that looks like she's on a mission.
There are
Typically.
many determined dragonborn that may kick their way from Zarth Karil here, trying to find some type of answer.
About in the past month or two, primarily.
Roll a
Maybe
persuasion
one.
check.
All right. Persuasion. It's gonna be a total 20.
Mm.
Okay.
20 total.
Like it takes a few moments, kind of eyeing you. Yeah. Some individual came through here before this whole mess started. The thankful evenings when that was my biggest worry. Yeah, they made quite a bit of a ruckus. I've heard them trying to ask about my grandfather's communion, attempting to discern what was the agreement that they made with the Lotus Den Greenwood. You'll understand it when I say that this is very special and family details that I'm not privy to let everyone know.
Understandable. Absolutely.
Well, I'm so glad you were able to tell us that bit of information after we've been prying about how this disease. and
But
how
you
your
gotta
family has
understand,
made this
we-
deal, this communion with the Lotus Den Greenwood. An individual prior to all this comes in and pries more regarding that information. And all of a sudden, oh yes, a red dragonborn may have came through.
An isolated incident.
Sure. We'll call it a coincidence.
I'd be surprised how many coincidences there are.
Well, I think we have a good amount of information. Thank you, sir, once again for your time. If that's everything from you guys, I think I'm pretty good of myself here.
Yeah, it was an insightful meeting. So, please, in your investigation, tell the Wood Whalers that the Elder would like their ranks inspected and continue to investigate the Lotus Den Greenwood, see if you can find anything related.
Will do.
We shall try.
Dude.
And walk out.
and I bow for his time, and also until next time.
Bow, a small bow of his own head. Before he turns back to the matters on his desk.
Fireball.
At about this time, as you leave the compound,
We
and
relink, I take it.
yeah, you all relink where the bridge connects to the hill.
That man was stubborn.
Oh,
I would have
well,
told descending through the stone, but
That
he
man
might have been
bombarded with
speaking to someone.
questions.
did you guys find out anything pertinent?
Based on what we
Somewhat.
timeline wise, Robin Ball's been here, or Red Dragon of
Yes.
one sort.
To that,
Met with the elder. Pried regarding his family and the
Information of
ceremony they had regarding with the forest,
right.
the commune. Big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Then the plague started happening. Corlin supposedly the only one that's died. of
And
the
on record that apparently didn't have the plague but died.
But there's plenty more infected.
Yes.
What we
Primarily more
got
halflings
is
than dragons.
confirmation that it is affecting more of the halflings,
Yeah.
and it seems to only be affecting the wood whalers or wood wardens.
Whalers.
At least in the
Whalers.
higher
I don't
higher
remember
ranks.
that part.
Usually the higher ranks of half elves, to our understanding.
It would seem that we have to speak to the old wood whaler. To Robin Ball being here, she was definitely here. She was quite vicious in her questioning. If we had spoken to the Dragonborn Elder sooner, I suppose we should have told you to be quite nice with this halfling elder, because he seems to be a little suspicious after being vivisected verbally by Robin Ball.
Well, I thought we were very very workable and very nice people, even though we were trying to seem like some of us were trying to pry the information, but to my understanding is it's understandable why he would be more private after some instance of Robin. So
But yes, we need to meet with Tarhorn, who is the elder of the Wood Whalers, as has been brought to our attention.
yes,
The elder, as there is no lead.
no lead yet.
You're good at wood carving, are you, Anavir?
Correct.
I have an idea
Okay.
to test people who might be plant people without cutting them.
Just cast blight on them.
I don't have that.
Me either.
Yes, I need a small wooden cup and a wooden tube, and I will make a little pump. Is that okay?
You don't need a pump made out of wood?
No,
Okay.
I'll just use some bellows and a valve.
How big of the tube?
That long?
That long? So about like, to my understanding, looking like that is like 8 inches?
Yeah, it's average, yeah.
Okay. I will make the cup, and I will make the tube.
You guys are gonna love this.
As we are going about, I carve these as we're going to our next location or doing whatever.
Just slowly
It's
walking
a
because we're
little-
waiting for Anavir
yeah.
to
It's a little difficult to walk and carve.
done it. I had to have like a blood circle.
Walks,
But...
he walks off a platform.
I was that kid just reading in the hallway while I'm walking, but I'm
It's
walking
only
quickly.
6 feet.
So where are you guys heading now?
Wood whalers, I'm guessing, would be asleep right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because it's
what
night,
time?
or they'd
Yeah,
be
it's night.
working right now because
I don't think
they
they
might
would be
out and
working.
about. They're the ones that go out at night, right?
They can,
Right?
yeah. They're probably the only
Okay.
group that like commonly goes out at night.
Oh, okay. So we.
Should we get some food, or should we turn in?
I would say
Turn
we
in for the
want.
night and question the Elder Wood Whaler tomorrow.
What do you think, Reinhardt? Would we want to proceed with our investigation, or maybe take a break and then wait for that tomorrow?
It is pretty late at night. It's pretty like dusky, nighttime-ish right as of right now. First thing tomorrow couldn't hurt.
Yeah, we could just bring it in for the night.
Maybe
Also, we could.
hopefully something else is brought to our attention in the time being.
Yeah,
Give us more to go with.
we could also evaluate what information we have as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That. Take it you're all heading towards your.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rooms, I guess, since I'm not putting my tower down. Though I probably should somewhere. I can make it out of wood. That way it'd look part to the area.
Giant wood tower.
It's a treehouse.
Yeah. Like make it look like how I want it to look. It just says a tower. It doesn't say what it looks like.
Does it have the same tower that they had in Critical Role?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, that's the mansion. Don't even start with the mansion.
No.
Which is,
So there's like the portable tower, Rook, and then there's the magnificent mansion,
that's a door
which is
though.
different. Yeah.
Or like a pocket dimension, yeah.
hmm
With the chicken,
Then there's Demi playing, which is the one everyone wants.
the infinite amounts of chicken.
Infinite amounts of chicken.
Giving Noxie PTSD with that chicken. A Minecraft server, just that one hut that's full of chickens.
So,
Or Jason's chicken farm?
You
Mhm.
head towards the small little cozy inn in the midst of platforms on the northern end of Charis, and you're given rooms that were arranged already prior. So you can kind of bed down in them.
Should we finish carving and making those little bellows? Essentially a pump, essentially. What
Yeah,
I'm
I'm carving them as we're going to the lodge.
Are we all? Do we all have our separate rooms, or are we bunking together, or how is
There's
the?
2 rooms with
Okay.
beds.
Wow.
yeah.
All right.
All right, that's a lot more. No, actually, you guys have been staying in the tower the other day, so less cozy than before. Actually, wait, no, I made 2 lounges. That's right.
All right. Okay. And then before I go to bed, I wanted to plan on doing something, but that's like right as we're going to bed. So,
Yeah.
does anyone else do anything?
I'm just carving a cup and a frickin' weird valve.
And you're carving like a stick, a hollow stick, essentially.
Right.
You're carving a tube.
A tube.
Mhm.
Tube. Tatua.
It's gonna be amazing. Because when the one guy got cut, he kind of wilted, right? Instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Do we finish this, Chris?
Well, not like instantly after he was cut. He was put down by the people there when they kind of started attacking. And when they died, fell over a bit past, and they kind of. That's when they wilted.
Okay.
Reduced back on the platform. It's a similar like case of like when demons have died, those bodies get down the sludge.
Kind of fairly. Okay. So, do we kind of just cobble this
Alright.
together, Chris?
Yeah, I'll say you can.
I have
cobble
Tinker's
it
tools.
together. Yeah, I'll say you can cobble it together with no strenuous skill checks or exercise.
And- We'll mash those things together. I don't know, maybe by press fit. Probably that'd be for the best. That we could take it apart. And then, well, I'll show Anavir as you'll have him put the cup to my arm or to my hand, and I'll start pumping out the air. And as it creates a vacuum, it'll lift the blood to the skin. And if it turns red, then it's blood. If it doesn't turn red, then it's not blood.
As good of an
Okay.
idea as that is, we don't know if it'll work. But I like the idea.
Yeah, the blood could only turn not blood when it's exited the body.
Yes.
Does that make any sense? Especially when it cuts off like that. Perfect. It cut off. Awesome.
Fucking goddamn.
It makes sense to the wizard.
So-
Fine.
So obviously after I'm done with this, I asked Reinhardt's like, so what are you doing up? You-
I'm just hanging out.
Mirroring with his soul.
You have a plan, don't you?
What? No, I was getting ready for
Word.
bed.
Better than charm person.
Yeah, as I lay in bed, I start kind of just like slight whispers to myself, and then start verbally stating is how would I state this actually? Trying to make it a better way of contact other plane to talk in my verbally way through this. Anyway, I'm casting contact other plane as I'm laying there in bed.
Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Thank God. That's a 19. Oh,
Wow.
Save is a 15 intelligence.
You failed it 3 times so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, I've had these questions written down on a whiteboard for like the past like 2 months. I'm trying to wipe it off.
Trying to
Alright.
do it before you leave and like mess it up.
Yeah, kind of. So Reinhardt's kind of like laying there in bed, his eyes kind of just roll back into his head and mental
Oh god, not
conversation.
again.
Oh, here we go.
He tries to contact a primarily
I put in my earplugs.
There's Dune or some kind of god demigod of that kind of era regarding the questions that I do have.
It's like you get
It
Orcus.
didn't necess-
Fuck.
based on the spell, it says you mentally contact demigod, a spirit of a long dead sage, or other mysterious entity from another plane. And it's actually a planar intelligence. So it's like
You invoke the words for the spell, and usually when you make this, it's kind of like throwing a harpoon out into a dark sea and hoping you hit the biggest fish. And so far, you've hit all the little ones that have given you intense psionic feedback. But this time, you feel the spell makes a connection with something else, and your consciousness immediately slips out from you. You fall unconscious. As your sight comes back to you, you have a feeling of weightlessness. Almost as though you were like mid-falling and have caught on, and you look around to see the familiar visage of the destroyed worldscapes around you that you saw once before. The visions of planets torn apart, fragments of crust with cities distantly falling to the sides, cracked reality itself, sun's dead in the environment. This plane, the abyss, where you find yourself. And a voice reverberates, sourceless, looking around. Reverberates in your head, and you can almost feel it shake your core. What do you want?
got a few questions. Do you know anything about what they call the end of days?
Yes.
Is it near? Like we've been told?
Maybe.
Has the one called Robin Ball, sister of Torn Ball, been entirely truthful of what she's told us? To your knowledge?
Unclear.
Do you know anything about the breaking of the Divine Gate?
Yeah.
Will releasing of that gate save the world?
It just might.
And that's 5.
You can sense a pressure building in your head. You sense that the spell lingers for a little bit, and that pressure of something attempting to draw into your intelligence taps at you again, but right before it can attempt to make a clutch take you, the spell pulls you back, and your eyes flash open. Back in the room at Charis.
Man, I'm
Weird
so.
is it's only a minute.
But it's been a whole night.
No, it's all that
Oh.
spell lasts for a minute.
Oh.
A
Or
1 minute span where he closed his eyes and woke up, and he's
Casting
still...
time 1 minute, duration 1 minute.
so like
I'm so
yeah,
glad I got these earplugs.
so glad I can erase this.
You don't
Questions.
know who you spoke with, though,
I have
technically.
no idea. This one I have looked up because it says you don't really. It doesn't say who you contact. I've looked up other things, and it's kind of up to the DM's discretion how they want to go about the spell. That's why I kind of mentioned I tried to go for a specific one.
That'd be so funny.
My previous knowledge of that person, but or
Can you-
deity.
Can you imagine you just go into Robin's streams like, hey, what's your information? No. Maybe
No, it's like a
goes the
deity
opposite
entity
direction.
From...
Yeah, she
Right.
does count as a demigod spirit of belonging to Sage, a mysterious entity from another plane.
You could have gotten the Beastlands god, whatever, Storm Giant, instead.
But it's also you don't try to pick one of your choosing. It's just
Yeah. Just random.
it's very vague in that
Yeah.
sense. So
Yeah.
You don't know.
He also doesn't get all. He asks 5 questions, which is a lot, but he also gets very.
Amount of time and
It's vague.
yes or no answers.
He gets. He gets truthful answers,
Right.
and I'm allowed to elaborate further from one-word answers if it might be misleading.
Mm-hmm.
But only that's a short phrase.
Yeah.
Hovering from that, Reinhardt. Trying to have to let your heart rest before you can get some real sleep now. Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Hmm.
There's food in the inn.
There's actually not.
I give Flappy the meats that we did get.
Alright. It would have been from, or the meat you got from the Dewdrop.
I give him to that when we're at the Dewdrop, so he's eating something. I guess I could pull out a ration if I have one left. Do I have one left?
But
Do remember, if you ever needed food, your friend Saren has the ability to literally instantly create it.
At 3 a.m. I go up to Saren.
Yeah, he stacks.
Got any stacks?
Jeez.
What? Not even that. I open the door. What do you want?
What you want?
Just goes.
No, I'm
Passive
like this.
perception.
I heard your
And
footsteps down the
observing.
hall.
I'm just asleep like this. Will. I need food.
I haven't even left my bed yet.
Yeah, he just hears him.
Diarrhea.
I'm in the other room still.
you
I
can
can
all
imagine
take a long
Sharon's just
rest.
shrugs and goes, oh yeah, why not?
Yeah, long
Your
rest.
little hostel in Charis.
That's more hostile.
You awaken as sunlight hits the open air windows of these rooms, kind of bathing the room in light. The wood helping reflect the light, and the entire chamber brightens up the moment light can enter.
So,
Yeah.
we would speak to the wood whalers, but we actually have a job to do for that one druid elf.
The gems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ew.
You're
As
referring.
not even like the start. As I woke up, I look at Reinhardt and I look at him. What's the password?
The
God.
Kenku only speaks on the third constant of winter solstice.
Okay, you're good.
I feel good.
That's good. Yeah, you were
I
making a
love
lot of
that.
noise for that
Yeah,
minute.
so
Feels good. Reinhardt never feels good. You're a fake stab.
I love that.
Stab
I'm
with a
also annoyed.
stick.
I don't know how to feel about it. All right, let's go.
Reinhardt never
man.
feels good. He's always having headaches.
Gems.
Always headaches. Or always
Make your
pissed
way
off.
towards
That's right.
Valinor Lodge. Yeah, it's on the
Yes.
Lake Valinor.
So, am I correct to hear that there was a bridge out and like tumbled over, or were they all like on the bank?
I don't know about a bridge, but Lake Valinor is one of the few structures that's on
Mhm.
land, like Dewdrop. That isn't, yeah, in the trees. No, oh wait, you mean like all the area, right?
No, like the thing that happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, a bridge did go out. A bridge that helps cross between a river and a few of the small rocks on it. Yeah, a bridge went out and dropped a coffer down on it.
Okay. Do we know why that bridge went out, or was this? I think a little sus.
Who knows?
It's a water walk.
I'd rather not touch the water, to be honest.
A few of you head towards Lake Valinor. Is everyone heading towards Valinor Lodge, or is there anyone that
Yeah.
wants to hang back?
Yeah.
I'm just seeing if I have the ability to breathe underwater. I thought I just get that spell.
While you search, you all arrive towards Lake Valinor and the Valinor Lodge. A singular circular building with a long staircase that leads up to it. So, a two-story structure. You enter in the second, down to the first. Similar construction to what you recall from the New Draconia library. Already in the outside, you can hear the occasional twanging of bows. There's a few halfling individuals you can see are already practicing their aim in the morning. Upon walking in, it appears as somewhere between the mix of a adventurers guild and a bar. There is on the first floor, a spread of tables and a further back bar where they seem to be accommodating very early morning drinks, the occasional drink for those that were a little bit too hungover last night, as well as just normal drinks, ration packs, and the like for those that are about to start their duties this morning.
Rocket Stone.
Around the second floor, which forms a circular perimeter around the center, but you can still look down into it. You see again a spread of tables, and this time more benches, more workstations, places for people to adapt to make healing kits, alchemy, all sorts of different crafts around the center, kind of trying to accommodate everything that the wood whalers would need in one structure.
So where we should have gone. Okay, cool.
No, I don't get that spell.
What were you
It's
thinking? I might have it.
lightly stabbed.
You don't have it. You can't learn it. It's a wood spell, a nature spell.
It's a lightly stabbed Not a whole lot of people here. It seems that because the sun's already risen, a lot of people have already left. So there's those few training outside. There's a few drinking, and you can see what appears to be a much older halfling, with this short, white hair, but a hood over top. Quiver on the side, but the quiver's empty, and they are just nursing a cup and sitting at one of the booths on the further side. Can't say like the back, it's a circuit building. On the far side, sitting at a booth.
Okay. Well, who wants to lead this one? Reinhardt? Annavir?
We supposed to be talking? Oh wait, he was supposed to head to the lodge. He kind of just said, "Oh, there's a thing in the river. Take care of it." Like, cool.
Yeah, it's like two different jobs. Lifebinder wanted more emeralds, so they requested that you investigate a fallen cache of such emeralds further within the woods. And you have a lot of things you need to discuss with the wood whalers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I was about to. I gotta check on some food here. Give me a second. I'm kidding.
I guess we'll investigate further in the.
So the one guy sitting by himself first. Actually, no. I'll walk up to the bar.
I walk up to the guy.
Soda, whiskey.
So do I.
First. Black
Man,
people
it
hang
is
around with Annabir, I guess.
6 a.m. in the morning.
The soda whiskey. That's
So-
mostly soda.
The person looks
A little
up.
bit of whiskey.
No whiskey, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We've got
It's a dry city.
Amateur.
Oh no, I don't like this city anymore.
I don't like the city
we've
anymore.
got let me go find it because I have it written down here.
Who drinks at
Maybe
8?
ale.
Yeah, we have gold Yashine. That's your it's really one of the only flavors here, unless you want to pay top for any of the imported stuff.
Yeah, some of that with the soda. It's like a morning drink.
I think we got something soda. Okay.
Fuck's a soda.
One silver.
It's soda water with whatever is added to it.
One silver. Look up at that.
Ew.
Anyone
Carbonated
else
water?
kind of glances over at the new arrivals.
Anything with alcohol.
Yes, the gold Yashine, or if you're going to throw down a few pieces of gold, we do have the back stock.
Oh,
I'll
geez.
try the gold Yashine.
Another gold Yashine. Anyone else?
I'll take 2 of those. Can one be something non-alcoholic in it, but looks just like it?
It's the one for Annabir. It's like, oh.
3 gold Yashines, 1 virgin gold Yashine.
Yeah, that thing. Throw down the 2 silver, right?
Yeah.
Alright, and I make my way over to the guy sitting with the 2 drinks.
Same.
Is note that they do take silver.
Noted.
Noted.
It's cool. Yeah.
And he
That's
hands
Because they
right.
deal with the wood
It's a
whalers.
barter city. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys deal with the wood whalers, so it's okay. And they deal with some people that are merchants.
I sit down.
They set a few of the drinks down. It is a can't see through it, completely opaque liquid that is an orangish pink shine to it. You settle down in front of the older individual who's already kind of nursing a cup, and glancing inside does appear to already be some of the gold Yashine. They look up to you, and you can see very quickly their old eyes scan the room, glance back. I don't know who here's listening right now because I don't know. Who
I'm
has their
listening.
headset on. Okay.
I am.
I'm still here. Don't worry.
I watched a few people walk away, so I was like, I don't know if I need to pause yet.
But I sit across from him,
Yeah.
and
I'm sitting
I
right
put the
next.
drink in front of him, the alcoholic drink.
Yeah,
in
I'll
front
sit.
of him.
I'll sit on the other.
Okay.
Opposite.
Some of you
of
start to pour in, but
side.
as you hand over the drink, he takes it and he pours a lot of it into the cup he has right now and sets that one down.
Fantastic.
And takes switches out, grabs the one with the less liquid in it now, and he just knocks that back.
Fantastic.
Then for
Hello.
Let's get Anavir drunk.
Not the time.
you're looking to join the Wood Whalers, you're well on your way. But we need to see your archery skills, tracking, wilderness survival, and a few other things. You know, the
Oh
actual
God, where's
skills.
Wolfgang?
How'd that go?
You don't know who Wolfgang is.
Well, you just happened to met somebody who's lived out in the woods for many years. Ah, so, as far as archery goes, I do have this bow.
Are
my
you
back?
showing Heart
Like-
Piercer?
Yeah, it's the only one I can really hide, or I
Okay.
can't hide. So,
Yeah.
That's fine, I guess. It's not big, cumbersome. Doesn't exactly fit in one hand. Leaves you holding the whole thing at once. But that's your prerogative. I'm not gonna fight you. It's your life out on line, not mine.
well, worst case scenario, I have other means of taking out any close combatants, but joining the Wood Whalers, you say?
Oh, is that not why you're here? Usually, people come to me if they want to join. Anyone that's actually looking for what to do has already come and gone.
Well, no, it's not why I first came over here, but you definitely have my attention.
Indeed.
Oh, that's good.
What would
What
one
did
have
you
to
first-
do?
To join
be,
the Wood Whalers?
Yeah. Do I gotta buy you another drink? If that's the case.
That's tempting. You've already done that, and I can't keep drinking. No, I just need to. It's the duty. To give communion to someone. I can't just hand it off to everybody I see. I need to make sure you can live out in the woods first. I need to make sure you are smart, level-headed, things like that. I'll be honest, your armor's moving a bit. It's quite unnatural. I don't like that.
Yeah. Are you sure it's moving, or are you moving?
Damn it, he
Strength.
makes a good point.
It's 100% moving, but just throwing that one out there.
I'm fairly sure it's moving.
Got it. Well, it is. Just wanted to make sure we're on the same
Yes.
level-headed conversation.
Okay.
But
Tarhorn, Earth Whistle.
nice to meet you, Reinhardt.
Anavia.
Savari.
Boy. Okay.
Charismatic trio.
Are you? Why did you come here first? Get that out of the way.
We are here investigating the city, you could say. Primarily such of the told to get more information regarding the disease that's been running around here.
Yeah.
Green Plague.
Yeah, you know it. Good.
Hard to not.
Well,
Yeah.
conversations seem to start going differently each time we talk to somebody regarding the matter.
And
Anything you could tell us would greatly appreciated.
indeed.
Okay. Started about 2 months ago. Wood Whalers come back feeling a little sick. Not too unnatural. You live in a place with so much life, a part of life or diseases that live there. People come back sick sometimes.
Right.
But this one we couldn't cure naturally. Stuck around. Kept sticking. Had the life binder try. One of those expensive restorations on him didn't work. That's when we started to know this was serious. Around that time, when my whalers, Corlin, Dewdrop Exchange, I sent him out. a month and a half ago. Expected to return in a few days. He returned 2 weeks.
Oh
late.
wow.
Where'd you send them?
I sent him to the south.
South.
Anywhere particular in the south? I mean, you just don't send somebody south into the woods and come back.
Well, you'd be surprised. That's kind of what the wood whalers do.
Hmm.
You just
We
go
send
south and
people
come back.
to see what is there. Yes, it's part of scouting to train. I send people to the middle of nowhere. They come back. If nothing happened there, I send them somewhere else. We make sure to cover as much ground as possible.
I see.
Active.
We make do. We only check those pieces of important information. We might not have caught on to those people cutting down the woods.
Have there been any reports of I know the woods are strange generally, but has there been any reports of them being stranger than usual that
Yeah,
have come back?
quite strange. People say that the plant life more dangerous, specifically.
More dangerous than like any other direction than the norm.
Sometimes plants sprout out of the ground, attack. Some of the whalers mentioned they would try to lash out and grab them from the dark of the trees.
Hmm.
We haven't had time to properly investigate.
Do the hostile plants seem to have any preference for who they go after, or
I haven't asked them, but no. I've lost already about 8 whalers in the past 2 months, Corlin included.
Wow.
A few have been sick, and more have not returned.
And this is all to the south.
Um, one to the north, primarily to the south.
Gotcha.
It's a scary situation. You want to know what's going on to the south, so you send someone to investigate. They don't come back.
And you just
bigger
assume.
teams. Bigger teams don't come back.
So wait. To
One
my
person, then 3 people.
right. So if I'm remembering right, you said that you have them go out for what, like 2 days or something for this travel?
It takes a while to check the ground, yeah.
Right, and then suddenly for that, time frame that you told them is like, all right, go there 2 days, and then they come back. But you said one of them has come back after 2 weeks,
Correct.
Days. Yeah.
and that's very strange.
Corlin, yes. I assume got belay, lost, whatever.
Hmm.
I told him to take the night off, clear his head.
Did they
come
ever
back to me in the morning.
Did they ever confirm with you what happened to why they?
No, they came back late. I said, take your time.
Gotcha.
Collect your
So you never
thoughts,
gotcha.
come back to me. And then he gets himself cut open, turned into a pile of mush in the dewdrop exchange. Quite the
Okay.
turn of events.
It is. Wow.
hmm,
South.
Fantastic. You said you've lost quite a bit of people, the whalers. How many of them have been confirmed lost or dead?
Including Corlin, 6.
6 confirmed killed?
Confirmed is a hard word to say, but I sent a group out that should have been back 4 days ago and they haven't returned.
Where did you send them?
I sent them following Lake Valley or far to the south. It's about 3 days from here.
Okay. Now,
I am attempting to triangulate where this issue in the Lotus and Greenwood is arising, but it is lower than I want. I don't like throwing people and getting them killed to give me information.
results,
Quite
right?
ineffective when you think about it, considering the
Indeed.
numbers.
Huh.
It really does make you wonder if that you should even send anybody down to the south at that point.
And then we lose contact if there. Things could happen without our knowledge.
Right.
Someone could be killing them, and we would never know. Wouldn't the first time people have attempted to kill for the Lotus Den.
Right. Now, how these individuals that you just sent, they're like 4 days late. How many are there? That you?
In that
And
group?
that last team 3, I sent Orlin, I sent someone else to investigate. They didn't come back about a month ago. Enough time passed, I wasn't keen. I sent a 3-man. Haven't returned.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'd say we want to not just trying to, you know, put the blame on them or anything, but I would be kind of curious to kind of keep an eye on any of them that have returned, because in this case, to my understanding, to the alibi with this last incident.
You can load. We are keenly watching the rest of the whalers that have returned.
Okay. That's good.
There are a few I have suspicions of, but
Yeah.
short of just stabbing them,
Right.
there. And I worry. Orland had the luxury of having whatever ruse was there in the middle of the dewdrop exchange by accident. If I attempt to do something about these late arrivals in a back alley room, I don't know what could happen to my wood whaler.
Yeah.
Even if I do know that they might be not the same. And to be
Chris?
frank,
When you're done.
go
Oh,
on.
I thought you were done. Never mind.
To be frank, I do not wish to put my luck and cause any more deaths.
Totally understandable.
While he's saying all that, can I roll an insight to see if he's actually being kind of like sincere and
Go
sympathetic
ahead.
towards all these deaths? Never mind, it's gonna be a 10.
May I do an insight check?
Go ahead.
Watch it be that like the halfling, just like go ahead.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
I rolled the lowest I could roll, Will. I'm sorry.
It's alright, I rolled a 5.
He was drinking before you guys got here, and then when you gave him the drink, he clocked one. So he's pretty drunk. There's this like he's in the mood of like telling you the cold hard math of who's died. He's hiding his
Is he
feelings in
swaying a
various
bit,
different
Chris?
ways. Not swaying, but he's using a few different things to hide his true emotions right now.
He's a little loose. He's a little loose. He's right at that sweet spot.
Now, for these
Oh,
diseases, they are also, to our understanding, is primary also from the south, right? Also the people with disappearance.
It's anyone catches this sickness. The first times came from the south, but anyone that goes to
Anywhere.
the north, southeast,
Right.
they can get it. It's all the woods.
Okay. So that's okay.
The origin, I think, lies in the south,
Mm-hmm.
the southeast of here.
Sounded like it.
I lean over towards Sarah and I'm like, where do we have to get those gems at from Vindervaca?
they fell in the river, right? That cache?
Northeast is where we're going with that.
Okay.
I'd say we probably want to do that first, due to
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the forest, though, right?
yes, it's in the forest.
Got it. Okay.
Chris, would that thing of mine actually work? Since there's iron in our blood. In a plant, there isn't any.
Offer anything?
I mean, you have a reasonable expectation that it will work.
So.
This disease that I'm cautious about then.
So, I ask him, so do you hear stories, at least from these victims that were to get sick, that they saw anything that they could
No,
have
those
caught
that
from?
get sick don't say any fancy stories. They went out, collected some mushrooms, came back, and had fevers.
Did
Started
they?
sweat.
They collected mushrooms, eh? I look over at
Some of
Anhavir.
them.
Anavir, did they happen to? Did those mushrooms happen to look like Anavir?
It's
full
not
of those
everyone,
mushrooms?
only mushroom pickers don't get it. Anyone.
No,
Those
no, no.
wood whalers that go with scouting come back, same thing.
Hmm.
There's, you were asking me, no, it is a sickness, a plague.
Right. We're just
Finding
trying to
a
find the source
correlation.
of this correlation of this plague that
I think the source is whatever is to the southeast. That is
sounded like
scouting
they're,
the whalers.
yeah, sounded like the source of the problems for everything at this point. Hmm. So let me get this kind of collected and sorted. To our understanding, it sounded like the plants are attacking the wood whalers on their travels down
Yeah.
south. But there's no other direction that they are coming from other than south. Plague also came from there and also started to show up in other directions as well. And also from our understanding as well, the people that are not what they seem to be are also from the south, to our understanding as well.
At least
You can see why I think it starts in the south.
It really does
Whatever
sound
it
like
is
it.
has possibly spread to the entire Lotus Den by now, but
seems like the epicenter is south, or rather, the source point.
Right.
the whalers are the only one that will do something about it. I have no clue what Elder Twine is about right now. He is lost in his own. Hasn't left the home of the Thriceborn
Yeah.
since it started.
He is a slippery one.
Elder Ymid, I mean, he is. Don't hold it against me, but I don't think the Dragonborns have as strong a tie here as they might also claim.
Right.
They live here, it's their home, but they don't care for the community. They will look out after themselves. That is what they do.
That is a shame.
So, what would
Torn or whatever it is.
what would we require if we were to investigate, take our investigations out?
You would double the number last I sent the people down there. You certainly look stronger than the average wood whaler individually. His almost has a heartbeat. You have. I can't go into depth. You listen. You all look fucking crazy.
You all look fucking crazy.
It's like I'm talking to a 6-foot fucking cat at this point, and I'm drunk.
You will understand when I say. As much as I would want to maybe send a wood whaler with you, I don't think the forest is going to do anything so extravagant that you couldn't take care of it.
Okay.
And the less wood whalers I send on dangerous missions, the better.
In that case,
could you give us a description of the last 3 you sent out, so we can keep an eye
Halflings.
on them?
Yes, halflings such as myself. That we
Halfling
wear.
and a dragonborn. Fuck.
What?
He's a
They all
halfling.
look the same.
There's not an elf. They all look the same. Yeah, he pulls out their mugshots, or their photos. He pulls out a scan of their wood whaler ID cards.
Sketches. My hath returned.
You're going to be
Oh.
looking for Barlos, Rhydon, and Zolan.
Okay.
I'm just gonna spell it somewhat phonetically.
Oh, nice.
I'm thinking it's more like
Yeah.
Let me see, how close were you guys?
It's like a teacher checking our work.
I'm gonna spell it so I can remember and I can remember how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
you have to remember these are fantasy names. Add some apostrophes in there.
Add some apostrophes.
Barlos,
Barlos, I
Right
was
on.
Barlos.
here.
Zolan.
Wow, okay. Those are different.
That's the one we most agreed on. Was like, no, that's wrong. It's an X.
Yeah, that's right. The 1X. He's like, you know what? He's got them all right. Fuck you.
Well,
We are X. All right.
So, So, I look at the gentleman as like, hey, can you give us one moment so I can speak with my partner?
Yes,
No.
that's the outside the bar.
Okay. So I take Reinhardt beside me and I
excuse
ask him,
yourselves and-
so knowing that we know this information, do we want to take our time to prepare, or do we just want to straight up find the source and go south?
well, we have
Here's the thing. Um,
we have a mission up north.
yeah, we have the thing Saren mentioned. I was just recently informed. We're going to find the gems about like northeast. We have to go in the forest that way. All right, it's going to be
Okay.
north. That'll be a lighter investigation for us. We can find information that way as well prior to heading south.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
We can get
that sounds
we can get
fine.
more head-on experience at it being straight on tackling it,
That's true.
as well as take care of the gems.
Okay. Do you have any questions for this guy? He's given way more
He's given
information
us
than I
more
ever
information
hoped for.
than the other two combined.
Yeah. So,
So let's say we find Barlos, Rhydon, and Zoan.
right.
Do we have any ways of? We're just gonna be random people in the woods that they've never met.
Well, we
There's
could
a lot of
ask.
in the
Ask for some sort of
We could ask
writ
some
of
indication that we are with the city.
Do you guys have some kind of like safety phrase or like?
Do we? Do we ask him?
Do you have any like insignias, badges?
Don't have insignia badges. It doesn't come up that often where foreigners go searching for our own.
You have no source of identification.
For a small village, not Arsona or any of that.
Don't have a
Um,
secret handshake.
A few of the people do, but I wouldn't exactly call that universal. Just bring a wood whaler bow with you, or bring some gold yashine, something from town that they would recognize.
Okay.
Well, we'll bring a bow.
Yeah, I'll bring a bow as well.
Oh, yes. I'd love to get an item.
Yeah, I'll go peruse the bows.
Oh, we have to go get
Find
it.
the
like,
nice
give it
one.
to us. Fuck.
Well,
Alright.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna go out
Accordion.
that one.
They're simple short bows. So you can pluck
I
one.
left the old one still on my thing. That's fine. All right. Close enough.
Well,
Okay. Let's show that to them. They'll at least know you're from Gareth.
That'd be good.
Would that? We're coming back with these three. Would that make us honorary woodwellers as well?
I suppose so. You would have survived and all that, so I see why not. Make sure they are who they are. You'll be safe in the woods to administer whatever test that you feel necessary. If they aren't who they are, then at least it's away from everybody else.
This is true.
If they get
Sure.
unraveled into a pile of plant matter, then all the better.
What
As Harbinger's grinning over in
exactly
the
does the
background.
communion do for the Wood Whalers?
Communion is something we got from Elder Twine. It's a ritual. Binds you to the forest in a way. It's allows you to understand the terrain more, to get to know it into a way, not just admiring terrain, but you feel it. I truly can't explain it.
Okay.
All right.
So at this point,
Let's take care of that.
but look, everyone's like, do we have any more questions? Do we?
I think we're good.
All right.
Are the
Yeah.
dragons born under commune as well? Sir.
Yes, those that joined the Wood Whalers under commune as well. We've had a few, yeah.
And yet the communion doesn't seem to protect or make things worse to the Wood Whalers with this plague.
No, you're right. The communion is not stopping this wild plant life from attacking us, not stopping the disease, and whatever it is, it's not stopping what's stopping some of my scouts from going southeast. You would understand, if the Wood Whalers did not have the communion, I would have a lot more dead Wood Whalers.
Appreciate it, sir.
And I go ahead and
Of course.
take out my hand and shake his hand and saying thank you for your time, and also hope you have a great rest of your day. So
So fucking
I almost
Very
thought you were gonna.
informative.
And slowly reaches over to take your hand and shakes it.
Odd custom. Okay. I almost thought you were gonna say thank you for your service. I almost cringed.
I'm not gonna say thank you for your service. What the fuck? I was like, huh?
Takes his cup of the Goldia shine and starts drinking away at it.
All right. Well,
I don't really feel like touching anyone's hand.
we
Dude, there's a
Viking
disease
is
in the city.
infected.
Sanitizer.
should we head north first?
Not with this nature COVID.
Don't
around.
worry, I got hand
Try
sanitizer.
hard?
Nature
I mean, we have nothing else.
I elbow bump him.
Let's make our way north to.
It's like, what the fuck?
Our way north,
That's the patent now,
find
it's
these
called
emeralds,
nature
and
COVID.
then
I'm already
see if
wearing a
our
mask.
elf friend has any assistance for us.
Oh, that's right. We're supposed to meet him, right?
Yeah, afterwards.
Everyone's making their way
Northeast.
Yeah, northeast.
And we waddled away.
Water. Got any grapes?
You
I picture like a
venture
2D type thing. It's just
outside
like
of
South Park.
Charist, finally. Following the rough, barely packed paths further eastward, trying to follow the river. Jesus Christ. Trying to follow the river on your way. And the river occasionally fluxes, grows in various sorts of strength. Theron, kind of looking into the water is like remarkably clear in a lot of ways, and you can see down the crazy ecosystem that this water has. You are seeing plant life and all sorts of just almost sometimes alien life at the bottom of this water that just would not have grown here naturally if it wasn't for the unique climate that is the Lotus and Greenwood. eventually, after a few hours of travel, I need someone to roll a survival check.
Can
Yeah, best. I'll help. Can I help? Or is that...
If you
Alright,
want,
yeah.
guidance.
they're on advantage.
Guidance yourself, yeah.
To you, Harbinger, because you don't have guidance.
I don't roll it though.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, 21.
23.
23.
he didn't need guidance. Liar.
He needed guidance, but he gave himself guidance.
That's right.
He could do that.
Stay on the path, and you don't get turned around or end up skewing off too far anyway. You manage to keep yourself pretty well on the riverside. Eventually, you approach a point where the river kind of bends and turns, and ahead of you is just a rope bridge that connects to another rock in the middle of the river, and that bridge splits off into another rock that's in the middle of the river, and it seems that there were two bridges on both those rocks that connect to the opposite side of the river. Totaling
What? So it's like a Y shape?
a little bit, yeah, a Y shape. So like
Oh,
one like
okay.
that and then two like that.
Okay.
And then yeah, it connects there. You can see that two of the bridges, if you're talking about the Y shape, this bridge is good. Both these bridges are broken, and this bridge has
Give me a
not
minute.
seen much, not looked too good. There
If
are
I look
wooden.
down into the water, do I see anything?
I'll get to that in a moment. There's wooden arches where the intact bridge is. So you can see that there's been more here than just slap down a few bridges and call it a day. With your perception, Saren, you see that the bridge that's fallen, we'll say more to your left, you can see the wood that has settled in the bottom, and you can see, just making out from the water, because it is thankfully pretty clear water, what probably looks like the broken bits of a boat and what looks like the pretty, very surely dead corpse of something slammed underneath all that debris. The bridge that has gone out forward where you guys are, you can't see what's collapsed on that side. There's like another landmass.
Do I
Right.
see any animals or anything on the water? In the water?
Initially doing quicksand, no.
I'm going to. I mean, yeah, never mind. My passive is so high that it's not worth trying to see if I can see higher. My highest roll is a 33, and my passive's a 28, so it's not really
Right.
worth
Cool
rolling.
question. Has anyone made a decision yet? Because I have an idea for this.
I'm going to hop off the bridge onto the water, just kind of whoop.
Step
And
onto it.
I mean exactly what I said, though. Onto the water. About how deep is the water to,
10 to 20 feet.
I do not trust this water.
Storm will keep
Saren
a
is
note
now
of
under
this.
quarantine.
Yeah.
There's about like a 4-foot drop from where the land is to hit the water. So, inland there.
And how deep is the water? Sorry?
10
10
to
to
20
20.
feet.
10 to 20 feet. Can we see the chest? Can we see the cash?
There's two bridges that are out. So again, like the Y shape. This one,
Or is it like muddy?
yeah, well, no, it's pretty clear water. This one, you can kind of see what's underneath it. But for this bridge that's out, there's land right here that is like physically blocking seeing what's fallen on this side.
Right.
Are we able to get to that land?
Yeah, you could follow this bridge. Because this is the one bridge that is like intact and it has wooden
Here,
gates.
Chris, could you do us a favor and like draw out the bridges really shittily just on the like over the lake?
Quick point of interest. So Saren's in the water, right?
On.
On the water.
On.
He's
On the water.
On the water.
Okay.
He's still
The other
touching the
water.
water,
He's
but
being
still...
he's being Jeebus right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That helps.
Yeah,
But
the map
it's
for
so
this.
much more clear now. So I am. There we go. Okay. Okay.
Are we to assume that
I'm
it
gonna-
fell
This,
in
Chris, is
that
what we're
bridge?
talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So I will not walking on the bridge because I don't trust it. Just walk across.
Okay.
Do I have any issues in doing so?
Now, you walk across. There is like a small time where you have to kind of climb onto a few rocks, jump, and land onto position because it is like a 4 to 5 foot ascent.
Okay.
Where these rocks are. In the
From
meantime,
this...
I just want to quickly check what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
I'm
Annabelle,
gonna-
can you cast fly on me?
I will levitate across.
I will also levitate across.
I will be. the
Or not?
actual-
Okay.
We're not
will
okay.
just-
Burning spells left
I will
and right
just
before I even
walk
tell you anything.
across the
Levitate, I can
bridge like
cast
a
at
normal
will.
person and join Saren on the other side.
Okay, quick thing, Andvir, what are you doing?
Are you casting fly on me, or are you casting fly on yourself?
I'm casting levitate on myself so I can get across.
You can cast levitate.
Yes.
Why would you? You can't.
I have
Don't know
bagpipes.
how levitate works. Yes, isn't that the cast fly on you as well?
Sounds bad. They can't fly.
Yeah.
I can fly, just I don't
Poor
need to.
wizard.
You're casting
Cast
levitate.
Yes, I'm
If you don't
casting
need to, why
levitate
are
so
you
I can get
complaining
across.
about it?
All right, I'm just gonna walk across the bridge, and
I
Do we
cannot
see
wait for
any
that
chests
bridge.
there?
I cannot wait for that. You literally can see the map. Can't wait for that bridge to fucking fail on you guys without me even checking the other side.
I'm levitating across. I don't know. what
Same
you're
here.
talking
Yeah, I mean, you guys are
Just
burning
note that, like, for
spell
levitate, you kind of like push yourself
Nathan.
off and then you
Yeah.
float.
about. I can cast levitate at will. I'm not burning anything.
slots. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
And it's off my
you
bagpipes.
cast levitate, and I guess you cast levitate against a tree and push yourself off a tree.
Yeah.
Or do you just levitate and then just stay there because you're levitating?
I can
Or
let. I
any
can
one of us could
control
push
my
off.
movement.
Why are we talking about this? Just move on.
Let's just go.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the specifics.
Just
Can
take
we
take
have
the
a-
L, Stormer.
Snyder, you're gonna walk across the bridge. Reinhardt,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hover on the carpet.
That's probably the best.
Everyone's all walking away, and I'm like, huh.
Party of extras
Davari.
over here.
Like, I just like walked across to check some stuff, and everyone's like, "Nathan's going. If Sarah's going across, I need to go across right now before he tells me anything." It's like,
Actually,
okay,
I
guys.
don't cross. I just hover in a
Actually, fucking, I'm not going across.
I already said you were. Fuck it.
this way.
You took your hand off the dice.
I
just
haven't
hover
even
across
done
the
anything yet.
carpet, looking down at the water. And that
Reinhardt's
far.
in a holding pattern above the island.
Honestly, I mean, if he was a ranged character, that would be such a bad idea.
Davari, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna walk across the bridge like a normal person. Join.
Okay. Torn, what are you doing? Levitating.
Levitate.
Okay.
Join the other
You
group.
kick off with levitate to get to the other side. One of you sits on the carpet and begins to bank around to see what's on the other side, and a few of you just wait for his end. So, those of you that arrive on the center island, now in the middle of the river, it's a pretty lazy river, you know, very gently moving by with no real sense of urgency.
Chris, did I walk across the river or you're ruling?
The bridge,
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
No, I'll do something else, actually.
Okay, so you're staying back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do something else. Can I say what that is?
Yes.
I have to.
That's summon draconic spirit on the other side of the bridge. Actually, no, I'll put it up right next to me so I can just now I have a mount,
Okay.
or I can send it to find it for me.
So you summon your dragon, your pet dragon. What is the
Essentially,
what is the scale
Uh,
type?
Yes, this time it's going to be a gem type, and it's going to have force damage.
Got
That's the same
at some
size.
point, send me a token that you want to use for your dragon.
I have nowhere to look for a token.
You can check 2-minute tokens or just check anywhere. All that matters is that it is a picture. I can put anything up, and if it has a white background, you could just check like remove background.com
yeah.
and remove the background. So, those of you that advanced, kind of move up on this side of the river, and you reach the center aisle. Do you all go to the other side to try and peer into the second broken part of the...
Well, once I cross, the first thing I was gonna do is check to see if I see anything different from here. If I
Okay.
hear anything different.
Roll a...
Guidance. That would be a huge difference. 23.
Okay.
That looks fine.
You approach, start giving some quick scans around the area. There's still that's more of that alien floor. You're seeing like a rock to your side that appears to be growing grass in circles all about it in a very somewhat unpleasant manner, because I find that token fucking unpleasant. This one.
Yeah.
All right, sent it.
That's a quick thing.
Uh-huh.
As you're looking across, in the shade of this autumn tree, you see,
here?
yes, you see like, it looks like a normal plant, but with your 28, you keenly kind of focus in on it. You see like this bulbous part of it, and you kind of focus a little bit more, and you can see a very jagged line of sharp material on the inside of that. And noticing this, you immediately start to like trace it, trying to see what you can see. And you're seeing vine-like tendrils have spread around where this are, almost like roots, but very vine-like and weaving between the trees and the life around here.
It would be like this kind of
Yeah.
from this tree, right? So is it like
other side, so rock side, you were right on the first like patch area. Here,
okay,
I can...
so like this area.
Yeah, give me a moment. There.
Oh, that seems. Oh, I don't like that. And it goes to the rock, right?
Yeah, those tendrils go pretty far, some around the rock, some around the tree. It is like spread out.
You know what? Watching it, I'm gonna cast see invisibility.
Okay.
Do I see anything more now that I've cast that spell?
As you kind of open that sight and look, no, there's nothing additional is unveiled with see invisibility.
Okay. I'm gonna point out to Torin primarily because I know what he has ability-wise. Torin, there is a plant near the tree. We should stay away from it. If you could watch it, and if it moves, light it on fire. Don't forget you do have a glove of scorching or something like that. Don't forget.
Scorching or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget about that.
Yeah.
Just came to mind. So while Torin's watching that, I'm gonna gesture to Reinhardt, who I'm assuming is doing a circular pattern, to look over there and for him to look at that plant and basically give the notice to like watch it from the outer rim. So he's watching it from a completely different kind of perspective.
Got it.
Do I see any of the vines going to the bridge?
No, none of them appear to like connect to the bridge.
Okay. I'm gonna walk to the edge over here and kind of peer down and see what I see. Do I see any animals? Do I see any vines?
One moment, sorry. Hey, Harbinger, you should, if you open the journal on your Roll20, you should have access
the
to
newspaper.
Draconic Spirit. Yes.
Oh, there it is. Hi.
You should be able to drag it onto map yourself now.
Treaties of the Celestials?
What was
What?
that?
Oh, sorry, I opened that page and I have something that says Treaties
Oh, yeah.
of the Celestials. And I was like,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
a
the,
handout you
the
were
pact.
given.
Wait, I can drag it.
Oh,
Yeah,
paperwork.
drag.
Sorry.
Yeah, you guys should have Treaty of Celestials and Theory of the Gates. That's some of the handouts you got.
oh,
It's in the handouts, guys. Fuck.
The Theory of the Gates was the one that I could only read because it was written in. What language
It was
is
written in 3 languages.
oh,
Yeah.
That was how the gate.
Celestial Deep.
okay.
I can click and drag it. Where?
You can just click and drag it from where it is here anywhere onto map, and it will drop it, and then you can increase its size.
As yeah, looking in there, I don't see any plants, or I don't see any similar plants to that bulbous one I saw, or anything like that. Correct?
Where are you looking again?
Here.
Oh, okay. Getting that and like looking at, no, you don't see any similar to that plant, but you do see a chest that is resting at the bottom.
Okay.
At about this
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
I don't see the ability to do that, Chris. Sorry.
You don't see the
Interrupt.
ability? You see it? You see the Draconic
you see
Spirit?
the token, correct?
I see it pop up in a window.
No. So, I got a question. Over that newspaper, and you see player tokens, correct?
Draconic Spirit. Do I click on
Yeah.
that?
No. See the picture.
Mhm.
Put your cursor over the picture. Click and hold. I'm sorry. Over the name. My bad. Click and hold and drag, and you're gonna get a little white box that says Draconic Spirit. Correct?
No. It's maybe there. Maybe. No.
So, share your screen, please. Let's just get
Absolutely.
This
No, that's
Let's just
fair.
get this sorted out. I got it, Chris. Don't worry. You've moved more to programming. I've got it.
While they do
Now, put your cursor over Draconic Spirit. The name, Draconic Spirit. Click and hold.
And then this is the
Drag
part of
to
our
the
break
left.
of this stream. All right, if you haven't checked out my bio yet,
He's on
Nothing.
his ruler, by the way.
No.
Swift
Let me try that.
Lifestyles. Go to there. Get yourself a 15% off of my promo
And then
of
drag
X
it
Evil X.
onto the map.
Can I
I
control
not
I highly recommend the green apple one.
Green apple for your gamer
doing from there.
drinks.
The blue sour one
No.
is really good too.
Let me show you what happens on my screen.
Absolutely. No, that's my school. It's fine.
Show you. Here's my screen. We see
Mhm.
Celestial Spirit, correct? It's highlighted in blue. You can see my cursor.
Mm-hmm.
I go like this, click and hold, and drag.
Might be because I'm on. No, wait, we're both on opera. Fuck.
Yep. Spiritual
I can
weapon.
do the same with.
Oh,
Wyvern
wait.
Skull.
Did you add an image to it?
Yeah, it has an image.
Okay,
I
so
can,
click
I
on
can
it.
do it.
Here,
Yeah.
click on it.
Mm-hmm.
There he is.
Yeah.
Well, this is me. I can do it. So it's not rogue.
Fuck. It's just the picture, by the way, for me.
Yeah, I only have the picture right now. So.
I can't move it.
Click, drag, done. Over the name. Does the name highlight? Correct.
Yep. Blue.
And you
And then
left click.
Yep.
Left click, holding,
Uh-huh.
and dragging.
Nothing.
Okay then. Well,
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
yeah. Then I got nothing. Okay, we'll move on.
Appreciate it.
Chris, what's up though?
So,
What happens though?
I dragged it on. You should be able to control this because it should be under your control. You should.
Chris, what happens once I walk over there?
You walk over. You hear rustling in the leaves ahead.
Cross the bridge?
Across the bridge on the broken side.
Okay.
A rustling of leaves. As you look up, you see one individual, halfling, breaks out from the leaves, panting, glances back, and you see two dragonborns also kind of break out, and they're similarly glancing back. They make a run for it, and you can see they're about to approach
Bridge?
the bridge and the broken parts, and they stop, seeing that like there's no immediate way across. Kind of glance back and look back, and see like there's this initial pass of fear on their face as they're looking.
I use the spell. Hold on a second. I have to double check the range of it. They are about how far from me? Because they're on the other side of the bridge. They are.
I'll give you
40 feet.
no.
35 feet.
10, 15.
One
5,
stop.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
30 to 35.
Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I am going to... So, do I see what creature's coming towards them?
You do not.
Okay. I'm going to call out and say, who are you? Why are you running? Why are you running? Who are
What's
you? Why
your
are you running?
name?
Oh my god. You're a disgrace.
And I will call out like quickly if you run for fear quickly.
Yeah.
So you guys know. I
We're
practice
running, we're
spells
running.
Water walk and control
What a
water.
god of
So I
stings,
could
Tony.
get them across in about 30 seconds if they want it.
Reinhardt, get your carpet ready.
Kind of making a stop and glance up. Oh, the halfling gestures to himself. Barlos.
Oh shit.
Two dragonborn on the other side. One past himself. Domtil. And the other one, Dankit.
What are you running from?
There's the spiders, but we can't see them all the time. And the other one kind of picks up,
Do I see them?
blinking in and out. You haven't seen visibility up, right?
Yes, I do.
You do not see them.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, they're not near us now. Did they take out any of your crew?
No, we just started running before they appeared, and we are not ready to fight them. We started retreat.
Getting
I can
Skyrim
get you
vibes.
across very quickly. There's one condition. Hold up your hand and cut it open with a blade.
What?
Do that, or I leave you for dead, and I turn around and walk away.
You watch as Barla reaches for his blade, cuts across his wrist, and you can raise it up, and you see trickling red come down it.
Okay.
He hands it over towards Domtil on his side. You can watch Domtil.
Please
there's a
clean.
brief moment where he like locks eyes with the blade, looks up, down to the blade, and Domtil just instead reaches for the weapon on his back. You can see
I cast a spell on him.
Danik is also reaching. We would start initiative now, but it's already 10 o'clock, so.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, just to double check, they both reached for their weapon to attack?
Dragonborns did, yeah.
Yeah, the Dragonborns.
Okay.
I gotta move me.
I have to move me.
Yeah, I've been on the opposite side of the bridge this entire time. So.
Yeah, Will would be like right there, right?
Yeah.
Will would be pretty close.
Yeah.
Reinhardt would be pretty close, yeah. Move yourselves into position where you guys think you'd be during this
Do
exchange.
you want to start the initiative, Chris? Like roll for it, so that next session
No.
we have it?
We'll
I'm
save
also
it.
prone.
Okay.
Alright. Wow.
Man, I feel pretty happy with that.
Good progress.
I was about to be like, control water, split the water. And then I'm like, cut your hands. Don't
Cut
be a
your-
bitch. And he's
cut
like,
your-
okay.
What?
I was
Okay.
ready to hold person on them all.
Oh, that would have
Yeah.
worked. Because
Yeah,
if it
mainly
didn't
because
work,
I thought they were gonna run.
You can't hold person on him, Will.
Bold plant.
Hold plant.
Oh,
Old monster.
wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
monster
old
member.
person
Is
Does
person
not work on them.
humanoids?
of
They're
a
not
humanoid.
humanoids.
Yeah. That's
They're
why the one druid that we
abominations.
met last time had
Remember
that
they
ring of
said they
stones.
tried to do that, and it
Oh.
did not work.
Totally forgot.
Yeah.
That'd be
It was what the
monsters.
binder had said originally. He was going to hold person, Corland, but it
Hmm.
didn't work. It failed to connect.
I guess I could do hold monster creature, but
Old
Just a
Hayden, why?
fireball.
Hold fireball.
Oh,
Hold my
what other
fireball.
token sites are
Delayed
there besides
fireball.
2-minute token?
what was that?
What other token sites are there?
Besides 2 minute, I don't know without buying them. There
Right.
is a website that I know of that has free tokens as well.
Yeah, you
Also, Anthony has a shitload of tokens
Mm-hmm.
that you can confer with him as well.
All right, I'll ask him.
Perfect.
You just need to tell me
There's
and
free
then be
access, Will.
prepared to have 3 separate files sent to you because they're too fucking big to send at once.
Oh my god.
Fine. Well, I just need one token.
Check my
No,
tokens.
but guys, you know there's free assets,
Yeah, there is, but
and all the free assets is a shit ton of assets. To be quite honest.
With that, I'm going to head
And
out.
assets.
sounds good. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, we're good.
See you later.
Yeah?
Okay, so what did we learn from him?
One of them cut their hands, and the other one pulled out their
Did you
weapons.
not fucking motherfucker?
I was just over
That's a
there.
no. That's a no.
One of them is Barlow's.
Yes,
Okay.
one of them is Barlow's. So that's very
The
key
other ones
information.
are.
That's a stupid
Probably
name.
planned.
You can kill the other ones.
Look, I can drag in multiples. Look
Fuck
at
you.
the power I have.
I can't even drag. I can't even
my God.
drag.
Stop
kill
ruining
the
the
dragon.
session.
I can't move mine.
How do I delete though, Chris? Oh,
The delete.
Just left. Oh,
The
Chris,
actual delete button.
You
I
click
can
it.
drag
then you
in a lot
delete.
of things as well.
Right click it? No.
No, you don't
Yes,
like what
I'm
I
gonna,
have.
I'm
No,
gonna
no.
head out here as well.
no,
No.
no. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back.
See you
Oh my
later,
god,
guys.
huge.
There you go.
Wait, so I literally can't even move the one that's on the screen right now.
Yeah, I think you'd have to drag it in. We'll figure out something's wrong with your.
Drag it.
That's a.
That's strange.
Maybe it's like a pinboards.
Yeah, what sucks is this
Let me
is
try
one
it
of
in
the few
Chrome.
programs you can't send people remote control of your screen.
Yeah.
I literally,
worked
Chris
out.
was looking for that for a second. I was like, where the fuck's the request control
My
thing?
should've
keyboard
done that
just
background, Will.
changed.
Because I fucking use Teams every goddamn day.
My keyboard just changed. Oh yeah, that was really nice for me because my team lead tried to take control of my computer to do something. I'm like, not on Chrome. This is still my old Chrome. I don't want anything to pop up. So I was using Opera GX. He's like, why can't I use this? Oh.
I use Vivaldi. Right up there. Fuck.
Also, my computer keyboard just did something cool now. It's supposed to be rain. Oh yeah, it's rain.
Anywho, for those that are watching, hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't yet, do leave a follow. We'll stream every Wednesday, or almost every Wednesday. Sometimes, because, yeah, things happen.
Can you mark the two Dragonborns as just anything? Just you put a marker so I know and remember, because I know they're not.
Oh, yeah.
Supposedly. But yes,
Sign in to it
hope you
on
guys enjoy.
Chrome.
Hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you guys next time.